You better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're going to make it deliciousable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. Ask McDonald's to fry something other than what they normally fry. Guess what you're going to get? Nothing. If it fit through the dough, I'll put it in the fryer. Hell, this is a dinosaur. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness. We got fine dinosaur meat. Take my money, pay me pay child support. Come on down here and get you a slice. Once they get your social security number, it's over. Motivated. So friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at that. Don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. Success is the rule down here. Jones, good ass barbecue and foot massage. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES, big ass truck rental and storage.com/Jones, good ass barbecue and foot massage.
For advertising opportunities for the following show, email us at cornerpubsports@gmail.com.
Welcome to the best pubcast around, Corner Pub Sports, bringing you sports, beer, and beyond. Catch the show live every Friday night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Or get the show wherever you download your favorite podcasts. It's time to grab a cold one, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show. Welcome to the pub.
Hi, I'm Brian Propp from the Philadelphia Flyers. You're listening to Corner Pub Sports.
Fuck with my ass, man. Shit.
Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, you're embarrassing yourself, you geriatric fuck!
Yo, what is up, everybody? Corner Pub Sports. After a week hiatus, we are back. Ryan, you're muted, by the way. We are back, everybody. What is going on here on live on a Friday night on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, we're on it.
Ryan's an amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Download the show. Of course, you know where to get it. You heard it in the intro. We don't have to go through it.
Ryan was at Roscoe's Chicken and Oil Change.
Good ass. What was that? Good ass chicken and
Foot rub.
Foot rubs.
If you pay enough, they'll rub your.
I love it. It was like what was
feet in the sauce.
I love the whole thing. It was like Joe's. What was it like? Truckrentals.com/Joe.
Yeah, that web address was nonetheless, bro.
That was amazing. So what's going on, man? I missed you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what was this? You got to explain a little bit, Sean. What was that countdown thing? Like, can they see us when you're doing the countdown? Because all I see is like a countdown from 30.
No, that shows up on the thing.
Yeah, like if you look at the live feed, you see 22, 21. 22.
Oh, yeah. Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So is that going to be like our countdown going forward? Is that just a
try something different. Try a little for those viewing it. You guys saw something a little different to start off the show tonight. So yeah, I figured it was I don't know. Just wanted to try, and it gives me a little bit of time to know to get the clip ready and all that stuff. What I opened the show with. So yeah. So I don't know. It's a little something, something, something for the peeps.
So we're getting into brackets, right?
Yeah, but
North Carolina's in trouble.
Most important question.
Yeah, they are. North Carolina's a fraud this year, though.
What are you guys drinking, though? Before we get to that, what are you guys drinking?
I actually changed it up, dude.
Captain Morgan and Cody.
Oh!
No, I'm drinking Captain and ginger ale.
Oh, all right. What do you got?
Tropicana Citrus IPA, 7.5%.
Oh, you're nice. Yeah. I give him 20 minutes. He'll be sleeping.
I'm fine. It's 5 in already.
What do you got, Mike?
So that gives you 15. you can add.
I got this Neshaminy Creek. I got a variety pack from them. This one is the US 611 Porter. 611 Porter. Yeah, 611's Easton Road, right?
Yep.
Straight out of Easton, yo.
Straight out of Easton.
So, Mike, did you do your
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Did you do your regular tournament kickoff thing? You've been drinking all day?
A little bit.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So,
Since
I mean, I took a hiatus for about an hour, and I'm back at it. So I might be in rare form by the end of the night. You never know.
I hope so. Drunk Mike's fun.
Yeah, well, you know, I was also off of work today as well, and noon.
Bunch of fucking alcoholics.
First beer opened at noon, and haven't stopped since. So
Sean, the elephant in the room,
it's gonna be a shit show.
the Justice League, man, better than the Avengers.
I gotta say, so all right, I'm glad you brought it because I didn't want to bring it up, but I have to say I was completely blown away by that movie. I'm telling you, don't think of the old movie anymore. So for those who don't know, we're referring to Zack Snyder's Justice League, which premiered on HBO Max yesterday. I was blown away, dude. I don't use this word. It was a fucking masterpiece. It's that fucking good.
Better than Endgame.
See, okay. I loved the end. I loved Endgame. I loved the one before that. I didn't like Age of Ultron.
Right.
So it's hard for me to, man. And what was the
Like
third
just
one?
as a standalone movie, like Infinity War and Endgame, like that. Justice League's better.
You know, it's hard to compare because this is like a developmental story where they're like, if you've seen the original Justice League, it seemed really choppy and didn't make much sense. Like, you're like, why
rushed and forced?
This obviously 4 hours. It's not, and
I was going to say you got 4 hours on the movie. There's a lot of developments.
It does. They do he did such a great job. It's a damn shame because this was originally supposed to be released as a 2-part theatrical release before Joss Whedon took over. After I seen this, now I know why everyone like shit on Joss Whedon on the set.
Love you.
Like I know now I know why everyone was like his ideas suck and what he's doing is hard. What he tried to do, he tried to recreate Avengers.
Yeah.
There's still some comedy in the movie, but I don't know, man. I got to tell you, it was so well done. So like he first of all, like if you like, you have to like his style. Like, did you like the movie 300?
Oh yeah.
So the film, the cinematography isn't going to bother you because he does a lot of slow motion stuff, but it's so beautifully done. And
I love that about 300.
Man, I just thought the story development and the development of the characters, because there's a lot of stuff that you had no idea about, and there's a lot of twists that you don't that were not in. It's a completely different movie. I loved it. So,
Dark Side badass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm
Steppenwolf is badass.
Yeah,
better than the last. Like, he's got his suit has these like things like constantly moving and like doing like, dude, he's got the spider thing that comes out and like, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I probably won't watch it till next Saturday. I'm gonna wait for my son, and it's hard to dedicate 4 hours during the week.
Yeah, it doesn't seem. I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like it's you're watching a 4-hour movie, but halfway through, I was like you're so into it. At least
like it just moves.
It just moves, and you're like, I want to see what happens. So, and the last scene in the movie, it's good.
Cool.
It's just a shame that unless he picks up everything again and says, you know what, I love the acclaim this movie got, I want to continue it. It's a shame that it might end where it is because things fell apart, with the director and the studio and all that stuff. I don't know, but whatever. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I loved it. Loved it. So I'm inconclusive. I'm undecided as far as your question went, but yeah, brackets. Let's get to sports. Brackets.
Bracketology.
How's yours looking so far, Mike?
Of the 4? Well,
you did 4. Of course you did.
4. 47.
4. You did 4 of them.
I do have a sheet of integrity. because you do 4, you have to at least pick one that's a sheet of integrity.
I was gonna say I would go off of that one then.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, that's about right.
Get
My
off
upsets
my
didn't.
damn
My upsets
birthday.
didn't pan out, and the upsets that happened, I didn't have.
Who you got in the final four on that one?
I'm still all right there. I got Baylor, Gonzaga, Bama, and Houston.
Okay.
I got Florida, Virginia, Illinois, and Michigan in the final four.
Damn, Florida, huh?
Yeah, like
Florida's a 7 seed, huh?
Yeah, but there's always a lower seed that surprises you, so I went with Florida.
Okay.
I got who gives a fuck.
Gar, not liking the tournament is like un-American, dude. It's the greatest sports event of the year.
No, it's not.
Dude, it is.
Dude,
It is.
It is.
No,
You're totally wrong on that. I'm sorry.
It's
well, I'm a
three,
fucking Neanderthal.
it's 3
Yeah,
weeks.
well-
It's 3 weeks of like, oh shit.
Yeah, and not only that, but the first 2 days of it are phenomenal. There's 4 games on constantly. Your head's on a
Yes.
swivel watching the game.
Yes.
There's one game that goes to like the last second or overtime. And once that game ends, the next game's got 6 minutes left, and it's a 2-point game. So you flip right to that and catch the other. It's phenomenal.
Like you could just start at a certain point and just watch the second halves of all the game.
And you just pound down beers while you're doing it and just watch great finishes game after game after game.
Okay, we done talking about it?
No.
I gotta say, like, it's the truth, man. Like, I actually showed up on my memories or whatever on Facebook this week. Basically, like, echoing that sentiment that you said. If you're a sports fan and you don't like NCAA the tournament, like, I don't know what to tell you. There's something. Then you're not a sports fan. I'm sorry, Gar. Like, it's
whatever.
It's the excitement. Look. These kids are playing their hearts out. They have nothing to play for except for that trophy, right? There's no money on the table. I mean, some of them are looking to go to the NBA and stuff. Some of them do make their bones in the tournament, but
85, 90% of these players in the tournament when it starts aren't going to the NBA.
Yeah. And you know what else is great? Like, I don't watch college basketball all year. I don't have like Temple's never like usually one of the top teams. I mean, Villanova's cool to watch and they're usually in it, but I'm not investing the time to it. But if I did, it's better than the pros from a game flow, from an artistic, like it is. There's constant motion. They're constantly running around. They're D'ing up constantly.
It's full court presses. They're constant. Yeah, it's so fast paced.
Oh, Oklahoma State was having a scare. They're starting to pull away a little bit.
Oh yeah, damn! I had Liberty too. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Liberty was the thing right.
Liberty was actually up at halftime. They're down 6 with 5 minutes
Yeah, I was
left.
watching a little bit of that.
Don't throw that away, Mike. We need Firestar.
Houston's blowing out. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. That's
not by that much. They're winning, but it's not that by that.
I thought it said 39-11. I'm sorry.
Oh,
well, Florida almost blew it.
Yeah, and then my bracket would have been.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, you got a real
my bracket would have been done.
Yeah.
I know what you were texting about. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm working. Is my bracket busted already?
So I have Missouri.
What's up with that sweatshirt there, bro?
Who? Ryan?
Mr. Yeah, Mr. Huge Dick over here.
my huge dick.
Oh, look at that. Got acronyms for everything.
I have Missouri, Michigan, Illinois, and Michigan, Illinois, Missouri, and
Texas Tech.
And
Dude, how is it possible that you and I have 4 different Final Four teams? All 4 are different from each other. That's crazy.
I mean, and the thing we were talking about it earlier, Mike. The only thing that helps me, because so far I'm not doing too great. However, a lot of teams that are losing, I haven't really doing anything anyway, like winning the first round, is that Ohio State lost, which helps Texas Tech.
Yeah,
down the it makes their path a little easier. They look pretty good today.
Ohio State though, like they're
a football
every
program.
year, dude. They're a high seeded team, and
do they suck in any sport?
No, yeah, I mean Ohio State might be the best sports college, or best sports
Like
university
overall?
Overall, yeah.
But they don't win much.
No, I mean they don't win much now. But so Ohio State had they had to play like 4 games in a row in the Big Ten tournament to get to the championship. They got overseeded because they made the Big Ten championship.
I don't know.
And made it into overtime.
What about Tennessee though? I'm just thinking of Tennessee as far as I'm just thinking about what you said, an overall college sports program.
No, Tennessee's not nearly. Ohio State's in the top 10 in both every year. Tennessee's not in the top 10 in either one every year.
Well,
I mean, their football fans get fucking nuts.
Their football program isn't terrible, but
No, I'm not talking about their fans. I'm talking about their football program. Ohio State's better than Tennessee every single year.
yeah.
Ohio State's basketball team is better than Tennessee every single year.
Fuck
Teams that-
Ohio State.
Teams
about
that might be the teams that might be okay or it might be kind of competitive or close to them is something like Florida. Florida's good in both. Consistently.
What? And basketball
and football. I mean, that's really the only two that matter. I mean,
but honestly, the basketball's only over the past 20 years or so since they won them back-to-back ones with Noah and
Local kid Matt Walsh. For Florida.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but I mean, we're really only talking the past 20 years. If
yeah.
But usually it's you're good at one or the other. Duke's good at basketball. They usually suck at football.
Yeah, their football team is actually decent this year, but that's rare.
Right.
But Daniel Jones, man, come on.
Bama.
It's best in the world, man. Come on.
Best in the world, man.
Bama this year is good in basketball, but
right. How rare is that? Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't Bama make the tournament almost every year though?
I feel like that's an 8 seed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They're usually like that 8-9 game.
Yeah, they got to get Nick Saban over there. Like
Alabama, you got the weight on your shoulders, and it's breaking your back.
Shut the fuck up!
Pour another one, bro.
I'm going to.
Fucking helicopter pilot.
You're
Fucking Airwolf.
Cadillac.
Gary Airwolf.
Gary, why does your thing turn the opposite way? It's supposed to be into your mouth, and every like it's like every week it's like that. Like, is that just your stick, or
can you hear me?
Yeah,
that's all that fucking matters.
He likes it shaped like his dick.
Yeah, all
curvy,
all down. It's all down.
I wouldn't know because I don't use it.
Is it true that you lose it if you don't use it?
Yo. You talk about a turtle pouch.
They're like bags of sand. What? Anyway,
bag of sand, man. Come on.
Crying on his butt. That's when he's riding, right? He's riding his bike. He sees the dogs hump.
I see you.
That's great.
I see you.
So yeah, I'm talking about the tournament though. Ohio State going down was bananas. I mean, I didn't expect them to go far. I mean, well, I kind of probably did, but
I don't think anybody's seen them lose. I don't think anybody's seen them losing in the first round.
15-2 is pretty rare.
Yeah,
sometimes all go down to Oral Roberts. Sometimes
it's usually that.
Oh, I get it to go down Oral.
Yeah.
Who names their fucking kid Oral?
It's not a kid. It's a school.
Whatever.
What the fuck?
Oral Roberts.
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Oh, they got the name from somewhere, right? How'd they get the name?
I don't know. What are you looking up?
I don't know. I don't even know where the school where Oral Roberts is.
He was a kid one time.
Like Georgetown was a kid. So you're saying Georgetown was a person too? Or Ohio State? I'm Frank Ohio State.
Hi, I'm John SMU.
SMU.
John SMU. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Andy Appalachian State.
I'm I'm
Oh, you
showing
know.
my Loyola Christian University.
This is my buddy over here, Harry Hawaii. Say hi. The fuck.
Sandusky Happy Valley.
That's actually not bad.
Who names their kid fucking Oral Roberts?
Damn, our comment section is bumping.
Yeah. You see that?
Are we alone tonight, guys? We're just gonna hang out and drink some beers and just talk amongst ourselves.
Apparently, no. There's people on. And it is a quiet comment section. We gotta wait though. There's a few that'll jump on later, I'm sure.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Because what you're talking about is pointless. Fucking.
Yeah, I gotta bail and try to jump back in. My shit froze.
All right.
You're good.
Yeah, you seem fine.
Not on this end.
All right.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
What a fucking jitbag.
Yeah, North Texas beating Purdue right now.
North Texas.
Yeah, that's early, but yeah, man, North Texas beat Purdue. I have Purdue going far because I don't have Nova going far.
North Texas, how do they win in the dark?
Here you go, Mike. Now I make you happy. We got a comment. Michael Joseph, where am I?
There you go.
You're with Corner Plus Sports. That's who you're with.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? You watching brackets?
Bracketology. Yeah, dude.
Brackets.
I gotta be honest, man.
Brian's down lower left now.
Yeah, can't see him either. Can you see him or no?
Nope.
Nah.
And he's gone.
All right.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. Who gives a fuck? He's out of here.
I gotta say, like, this is definitely like among my favorite times of the year. Like, but by far, like, I hockey playoffs are fun. Basketball football playoffs are fun a lot. I mean, that could be a competing time right there. But I don't know, man. I just love this time of the year. March Madness. Baseball's starting up soon. Hockey and basketball are in full effect. You have everything going right now, except for football.
The weather gets better, so the girls start wearing.
Actually, and football starts free agency. Like, so there is some excitement with football and stuff. So you have all those things going on, and March Madness in general, just it's so much fun to watch, dude. It's just a blast.
The madness of March.
Madness of March. We'll have to break out the mouth madness thing again at some point soon. For those two, I just don't want to get banned on Twitter again because we're hanging on by a thread. So
hanging on by a thread. Are we on double secret probation?
Yeah, basically, like the last time I was banned for a week. I don't know what's next.
Why? Because somebody should suck a bag of Richards.
Pretty much. That's exactly why. Joe Dealey.
Is there like a statute of limitations on that?
I don't know. Ask Sean Watson.
Oh,
We'll get to that a little bit.
She said she was 18, Your Honor. Who am I to call her a liar?
That's right.
I don't think age was the problem with the Sean Watson.
All right. So while we're talking about basketball,
either I'm fucking or we're fucking. Either way, somebody's fucking.
That's probably closer.
Joel Embiid got hurt since the last time we did a show, and bad bone bruise. Basically, Philadelphia was holding their collective breath, hoping that he was not going to be hurt for a long time. Hopefully, it wasn't an ACL, MCL, something like that. Torn meniscus, something. Bone bruise, 2 to 3 weeks. We're almost through week one. Sixers had a rough one the other night. They should have.
Yeah, they definitely should have. I mean, they had the game. You know what? The thing is that I'm not even going to be pissed about it. The Sixers were played 5 games in 7 days, and by the end of the end of that game, their legs just gave out. They couldn't hit a shot, and then the game went to overtime, and it made it like a valiant effort to get it to overtime, and then. When you've seen them miss those 3 threes in a row, you're like, yeah, it's over. And then Antetokounmpo, who misses like all game, but decides to continue to jack up like ridiculous threes and airballs them, makes one, and you're like, all right, well, that's ball game.
But
So-
they stand in there and fight.
They do.
Yeah,
And
and
they
That's the first
fight.
loss in 6 games.
and that first half, dude, like that if Embiid plays that game, the Sixers fucking trucked them. Like it's not even a game. So I can't wait to see them in a 7-game series, dude.
Absolutely.
What Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle did defensively in that game in the first half, dude, they had no answer for it. None.
And you throw Embiid on Antetokounmpo too. I mean,
Yes.
you got those 3 guys. Ben Simmons got some ticky-tacky fouls, which is the only reason that he wasn't able to defend them again, and they were tired. I feel good. It made me feel better about this team. Even
That
if
might
it lost,
be-
it made me feel better
that-
about this team. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
might be like the best loss of the year. Like you didn't care that they lost.
Mike changes tampon. He feels good.
I just thought that they always, like, even going into the season, I thought they matched up really, really well with Milwaukee. I don't know why. I just always felt that way about them, about those 2 teams, that matchup. We matched up well with them last year with a team that I felt wasn't as talented as this year's.
Now,
No,
actually, this year should be better because they technically probably have a better. They traded Middleton, or was it Middleton, or who'd they trade for?
No,
Holiday?
they
Not
um,
Middleton, the other guy.
no, not Brogdon. Yeah, it was Brogdon. They let Brogdon go and they got Holiday.
They traded Bogdan for Holiday, and a draft pick or 2 or something, right?
They did just get PJ Walker. But I mean, he's not going to turn the needle, but he's a
Shooter, though, man.
yeah.
PJ.
He's going to help them. They're a pretty good shooting team anyway. They didn't have a good night the other night against the Sixers, and that's the other thing too. You know, I don't know if the Sixers really should have been in that game. There was a lot of turnovers. There was, it was kind of a sloppy game, by Milwaukee. So I'm not so sure that the Sixers really should have been that into that game. But
The Sixers still need to make a move, though.
Yeah, I agree though with Embiid. Yeah, it's
Victor Oladipo.
I heard Oladipo's name. I read an article about it that he may not be a good fit. He's struggling a little bit, and he's not the spot up shooter. He's kind of a little bit. He's not a great shooter. He's kind of like a little bit more of a Ben Simmons type. So I mean, I'm not sure he spaces the floor the way that you need somebody to space the floor.
That name sounds like a fucking car dealership.
So who do you have in mind? Like, what do you think?
I mean, Lowry makes sense, and the Raptors are struggling, so hopefully that gives you a chance to get Lowry.
Lowry.
I think somebody like Redick would still make sense. I think someone there's a couple other guys on the Pelicans other than Redick.
I would rather, like, if you didn't, like, somebody like Lowry completely makes sense to me. Because you can insert him into your starting lineup. And, like, that is a problem with the Sixers because Curry and Green starting.
I like Curry. I don't like Green.
Green's been better lately, though. He's been shooting a lot better lately. But if you bring probably Green off the bench, your bench looks a lot better. By the way, Curry's not playing this weekend.
Yeah,
he's neither game.
Neither game.
Out all weekend. Yep.
It didn't look terrible, but I guess it is.
I mean, you got to find shooting somewhere else, and with Curry being out, it's going to hurt. But hopefully, someone like Korkmaz or someone else, maybe Mike Scott can find a few threes in his arsenal. Maybe he can pick up a little.
Yeah, Scott's been a little bit of a disappointment. You know who's been a disappointment? Shake Milton. Shake Milton hasn't looked good in the past week or past month, probably.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame.
Even Maxey fell off.
Well, Max is not even playing.
He's not getting the minutes.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing with Maxey.
How about the Blue Hens going to the finals, though, man?
Yeah.
Not even know.
They got a couple guys. Paul Richards or something, I think, is one of the guys.
And Isaiah Joe.
No, Isaiah Joe. I thought Isaiah Joe was on the Sixers.
No, they sent him down so he could get playing time.
Oh, okay.
That was about a month ago.
Okay.
Oh, good. That's good. I mean,
Fucking
what-
rip.
so are they in the finals now?
I'm fucking drunk.
No, I think it's
no,
over.
it was,
They
it was
lost.
last week. They lost.
Yeah. They lost.
Yeah.
Mike, I love that fucking glass.
Thank you.
And did you,
When you come, like it's how hard you come.
did you hear about did you hear about Anthony Davis? He's
How long is he
at-
out?
He's out at least another 3 weeks and probably longer.
They're
Yeah, they're getting.
They're
They're
not gonna
piling
be-
up there.
well, not only they're not. They're probably going to be like a 5 or 6 seed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there-
figure you
There's
got
talk.
the Jazz, the Clippers,
Yeah. Fucking
the
already.
Nuggets.
I was gonna say
Portland's up there.
the Clippers might be making another move too. So, they're in. I forget who they're.
Yeah, I
The
seen
only
that
problem-
earlier. I forget who it was. The
What can the Clippers offer? Like, how can the Clippers make a move? What do they have? They don't have a they don't have a first round draft pick until like
Oh, yeah, that's
2029.
true. That's true. They basically traded that farm away. Yeah, I don't
they,
know.
also have Lou Williams and Patrick Beverly.
Yeah,
I'd take either one of them.
Wasn't Lou
Yeah.
Williams a Sixer?
Mhm.
yes,
Started
it's
his
like
career here, yeah.
about 12 years ago.
Something
Yeah.
like that. He's
Isn't that long?
won. He's won what 5, 6 Men of the Year awards.
I don't know if he's won that many.
Wow.
But if not, it's
It's at least 4.
yeah.
Ryan, you seem to have like you're like the Swami or whatever with these stats. So if you think that it's somewhere around 4 or 5, I'll
Mike, since we were fucking kids.
every time that I question you on one of these things, like I'm like,
He's not-
no, you're wrong, but you're only one off.
That's awesome.
I'm close. I'm in the general vicinity.
I'm like, no, he's got like 2. You're crazy with this 5, and then we look it up. It's like, well, it's 4. All right.
He's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
what she
think.
said.
How you
Yeah,
feeling there, Gary?
I'm fucking hammered.
And he's starting to get like, damn, are we done with basketball yet?
No,
Yeah, I know.
Started with
This is-
college, now we're on the
Okay.
NBA.
Yeah,
We're
we're
good
just
there,
going to talk basketball until he passes out, and then we'll get to stuff that he actually wants to talk about.
Hell,
Now we'll
things are good this week. I don't give a fuck.
today was a good day.
I
Yeah,
had
well,
to bought my OK.
The Goodyear Blip Red Ice Cubes a pimp.
next year after the pandemic, Rye, you're taking off on us on the first day of Madness, and we're all going to hang out and
Yep.
pound down some beers, look at our
Sounds
brackets, watch them
Sounds
all
good.
get busted, and
I
Sounds
usually
good.
and not give a shit.
it just had like today, this week or this year just happened to work out. But usually, most of the time I'm off anyway, like around this time. It just works out, and sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not. But
Yeah,
it's
mine's
definitely
intentional.
something yeah, it's definitely something I thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, well, we'll schedule it now, dude. Next year we're all taking off and we'll go somewhere. and-
That's my
Yeah.
excitement. That's my excitement.
So, not to get back too deep into the brackets, but just the comment that I have on the brackets.
We're going back
first-
to that again.
The first 2 rounds of the brackets are
The
all
fuck?
about like me rooting for the upsets.
I thought we
I don't
went
give a
over
shit
that
about
already.
my brackets. I just want to see shit get fucked up and like.
Well, you want to
15.
see an Oral Roberts beat Ohio State?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
root for Oral Roberts to beat Ohio State every year. I don't give a shit about my brackets. And then by the Sweet 16, then I start like caring about my brackets. In the first, I just want to see like the the favorites lose.
So
You know,
all,
it's a-
all Roberts is the name of a school.
Yeah.
Yes, all right. We talked about this 20 minutes ago. Remember we
Is
went through
there-
all names and who's going to name it?
Oh, is their mascot a blowjob?
Fuck you!
Could
I'm
be.
trying to help you, motherfucker.
You know, it's a shame for honestly that this year Villanova, dude, they looked really good and then they lost their starting point guard.
Yep.
Yeah, losing Gillespie.
Yeah,
Gillespie. Losing him, man, really that really affects because he was one of their now they still have another kid who's averaging like 16, 17 a game or something crazy like that. So
yeah, but isn't he a sophomore though? Gillespie was a senior.
yeah, and that's true, especially when you're getting to this point where you need scoring. Like you're going to need him to step up. it's asking a lot, and they've kind of faltered down the stretch here after they lost him. So I actually have them losing to Winthrop tonight.
Do you really? I had them losing. I got them losing the next game.
So by the time that actually I have Winthrop win the next 2 rounds. I
do too. I do too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
But they're going to be on. Villanova's going to be on by the time we're wrapping up the show. So by the time this show wraps or download or is available for download tomorrow, everyone can laugh at me and Mike.
I actually Winthrop.
What state they from?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
They're an affiliate of Wackett University.
I like Wackett.
Fucking Winthorpe.
Oh, Wackett.
Sounds like that's what you name your rich kid.
Winthrop's 23-1 on the season.
Yep. Yeah.
Who was the school that played like 26 games? They had a Facebook thing. Yeah, you need a game because of the COVID. So games were getting canceled. So I forget what school it was, but they had a Facebook thing. They had this guy promoting for them, calling this school, calling that school. Yo, we need a game. We need a game. We need a game.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I forget who it was. Guy at work was telling me about it today.
Did they make the tournament?
Yeah. They played 26 regular season games.
All right.
They were like 22-4.
Well, Moorhead State played 30 games.
Maybe it was them.
I just love the fact that Oral Roberts and Moorhead are both in the same tournament this year. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Are they in the same region? Are they in the same region? Oh
no.
Moorhead, Oral Roberts.
So nobody seemed to get my little joke today about Rob Lowe, picture of Rob Lowe, and I said, "Who else?"
No, I didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No.
Rob Lowe. Who else has Oral Roberts?
Oh, I got you, Neil.
I know. Sorry, little highbrow humor for you.
Remember the commercials he would do for Comcast,
DirecTV?
DirecTV.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm not having any mayonnaise.
Dude, he's like 55. He still looks like he's 32 years old.
Yo.
That dude doesn't fucking age. Doesn't age.
Paul Rudd's the same way, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go watch Paul Rudd in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. That was one of his he plays Tommy Doyle grown up, the kid who babysat, was babysat in the first movie. And he looks exactly the same as he does now. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
You know what's going to be funny? It's going to be like a 2-year span where you're just going to turn around and there's going to be a movie and it's going to be 2 years from a movie that he had done and he's going to look like hell. And it's going to be like, he's going to age like 30 years in a year.
He's going to look like Gary Busey, right, Mike?
Yeah. Joan Rivers all of a sudden like, all
the Botox runs out.
Yeah.
Looking like sloth.
Lisa fucking snail stain.
Just toss the panties.
Oh.
We're talking about Joan Rivers? Good cool.
We're talking about a snail stain.
Somebody's passing panties.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on. You guys good? Moving on?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So Gary's chomping at the bit. Farm basketball. So some Phillies talk. Mickey Moniak turning head.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of throwing him up there as being a bust, and he's 22 years old now, and he's finally starting to make waves here, and it looks like he might make the roster. And
looks like he might.
I think you should give him another year down in the minors.
It's been 4 years.
Well,
I know it's been too long.
He's young though, Ryan.
I hear you.
Very young.
I hear you, but
is he going to get enough playing time?
In my opinion, it's been 4 years. If it's not now, when is it? You know what I mean?
Well, Mike has a good point though, because the front runner for center field right now, as good as Moniak has looked, it's Odubel Herrera.
I mean, the last few days he's hit 3 home runs.
He's
on fire.
Yeah, he's looked really good for him, and I know people are really upset about. I got to be honest, I feel kind of weird about it. him being on this team right now after what he did, it wasn't a fucking accident. Like, I don't want to hear like, oh, I had a moment of weakness. Like,
I understand that, Sean, but the one that he did it to, they're married now. Like all's forgiven. Like, they're married now. You know what I mean? It's not like it was a girlfriend he did it to, and they're not together no more. They're married now. And me personally, if you make a mistake, you deserve to be forgiven.
Right. But you know who else was married?
OJ.
Tina and Ike. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that, like, behind closed doors he's not beating the shit out of her. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like
fucking pig. I told you 3 times to shut up.
You tell anybody about this, next time there'll be shit on my knife instead of my dick.
The fuck, man.
Now I'll rape you in the fucking studio while you're recording Rolling on a River.
And then I'll choke you with my hair.
What the fuck?
oh man, it's what? It's good time to get another beer.
My heel.
Yeah. Why should I grab another beer?
Fucking anime. Shut up, anime. I'll cut your fucking throat, you fucking pig. You do what I tell you. Anime. Anime got a black eye because she disobeyed.
But getting back to it, like, honestly, he I don't know. I think it's a weird situation, him being on the team. It's like he did that. He didn't go to jail or anything. It's like okay, you're suspended for a year. So here, come back because we need a center fielder.
Like, should he have gotten a second chance here with us?
Right. In life, yes, he should have gotten a second chance. I don't know if he should have got a second chance in Major League Baseball.
The CBA gave him a second chance.
Right, Gary. That's what I'm saying. Like, in life, he deserves a second chance. I don't know if he deserves a life in second chance in Major League Baseball.
If they're not the most
I disagree.
Contradictory fucking sport, baseball, you can't get in our Hall of Fame because you voted on it. You rooted for your team to win. You betted on your team to win, and you're now banned from baseball, even though you're an all-time great player. But you beat up a fucking woman, and you're still allowed to play.
Right.
Like, it's insane to me. They're the most hypocritical fucking organization ever. Baseball is just a joke. But
Ty Cobb killed the guy.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah. Rogers Hornsby was in the KKK, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So that's okay. It's just it's fucking. I just don't get it.
Cross burning cocksucker.
Go hit on that one. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel
culture.
Cancer culture.
Cancer culture.
I think we just found the name of our show.
My cells. All right. So
So did we just name our show? Are we calling it Cancer Culture?
That's good. We should just use the hashtag cancel Corner Pub Sports. We're
I told you 5 times. I told you 5 times. Shut the fuck up. Now I'm going to go hit a home run.
We're going. We're trending towards South Park territory.
We should do the Steven Singer thing, like fuck Steven Singer, and I hate Steven, like cancer culture.
Cancel Corner Pub Sports.
Cancel Corner Pub Sports.
Yeah. What do you think I should tell my old lady with 2 black eyes? Nothing. I told her twice already.
So with Moniak and Dual will probably be in the center fielders. I guess Roman Quinn might be. That era might be over. I don't know. That might be coming to an end.
But also the
he might pull a hamstring going back down onto the bus to AAA.
But Odubel Herrera too, like even before all this happened, like he was an okay player, but he's going to get hurt.
Holy shit! Anybody looking at the TV?
Oh my God, he's 29-0 in round of 64 as head coach.
Norman Williams is 29-0 in the round of 64.
Are we talking about basketball again?
Not anymore.
Wow, that's crazy.
I have another game on. What's going on?
All right, so North Carolina's down 78-62 with 2 minutes left.
Oh,
And the stat just came up that Roy Williams right now is 29-0 in the round of 64 as a head coach.
Wow.
He's never lost in the first round in 29
29-1 now.
I had
Yep.
Wisconsin. I took Wisconsin in this game.
I think I did too.
Coach K, I think lost as a 2 seed to a 15 at one point.
Oh, we got to go to North Texas and Purdue.
That's what I have on.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
North Texas is up. All right.
Yeah,
So the other baseball story, 'cause, we're a few weeks away. You know what? Before we do that, there was an article that came out about the Phillies basically, and how it was kind of presented as, don't be surprised that they're a lot better than you think. I didn't realize this. It makes sense. Granted, it was a 55-game season. The Phillies held leads in 80% of the games last year. 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we've talked about it, if they would have won, I don't think the bullpen blew 20 games for them.
Something like that. Yeah.
So if they would have won half of them, they would have probably won the division.
Yeah. What? You know what the thing is? I'm never, for years, I have a buddy at work that's like, Phillies are going to be good this year. Like, yeah, you said that last year, and they weren't. So I'm not getting my hopes up. No, this is different. All right, they sucked. Phillies are going to be good this year. Yeah, you said that the last 2 years. They're not. Blah, blah, blah. So on and so on. So it's been like 4 or 5 years like that. This year, I'm starting to feel a little bit different. You know what it is about this year, though? It's that I like the approach that the new GM took. I love the shotgun approach.
Yeah.
Instead of grabbing Robertson and Hudson and relying on these two guys, and both of them
Oral Robertson.
No, not Oral Robertson. David Robertson. So instead of doing that, let's grab 6 guys that are make the same salary as those 2 guys, and let's hope that 2 or 3 of them pan out, because neither one of those guys panned out. So if you can get one of these 6 guys to pan out, you're already better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I think that's a better approach with the bullpen.
And I think I'm on that side with you too, Mike. Like, I want to see it before I start being like, all right, they're better, because we've been hearing it for, like you said, like what, 2010 was the last time they made the playoffs?
11, yeah.
11. But I will say, like, I'm becoming more optimistic at this point of the year than I have been in the past.
I know I was optimistic when they signed Bryce Harper.
Yeah, that this team definitely looks like they're going to be able to score. So if the bullpen is even half better than it was last year, they should be in okay shape. The problem
And they are.
But the problem with that is the teams in the division.
They
You
all
got the the Braves, the Nationals, and the Mets are going to be better.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Like getting past at least the second place team, which take your pick, Washington or Atlanta.
Yeah, and the Mets, Mets go out and get Lindor. Like they add some pitching. They they make some moves. Look, we see this every year though. Here's the every other team improves a little bit, and you're thinking, oh man, there's no way they can pass them. Something's going to happen. It's a long season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Washington wasn't good last year. Do you think that was an anomaly?
They had a lot of injuries. They had guys on COVID list. They had a lot of injuries.
I think Washington's still a team that you have to is going to be a factor in the division.
I think last year in general was an anomaly, and even if you look at the Phillies, people are counting them out, and I think it's a little unfair because Joe Girardi comes in, has no spring training.
Yeah,
he has a team that was still kind of in shambles. He had to throw it together. They make moves. Clintack, we know, was a frustrating GM to have, as a part of your organization. So you get rid of him. You get some guy in here that, Dombrowski from Boston, who seems to have a good, I hope, a good pulse, on the trigger of what they need. He obviously addressed what they need, where Clintack didn't do that the year before.
And
Yeah,
last year,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Sean, but
Yep.
last year, like, did Joe Girardi even know his team?
No, and that's the
Right,
thing,
like, you know what I mean?
no, he didn't get any time with them. It was like, here's spring training for 3 weeks in Citizens Bank Park, and now you're going to start your season. And so bottom line, like, it was just last year. I don't put any stock into anything I saw last year, except for they needed pitching, and they went out and got guys who hopefully can pitch. I cannot see them being any worse than last. Like, they can't be worse than last year. They were fucking historically bad.
It has to be better than it was last year.
And the offense should be just as good.
I
Bring back the same guys.
Yeah, and I don't want to, it's spring training. I get it, but the guy's been a pitcher for a long time. Matt Moore as your number 4, I might feel better about him than I would with Jake Arrieta.
Yeah.
Matt Moore's looked really good so far.
I definitely like when they signed him. I was at Matt Moore's a solid pitcher, man.
So who's your closer?
Archie Bradley.
Or wait, no, Archie Bradley. Yeah, and that dude seems like he gets Philly.
Yeah, he seems like he has the mentality. Now it seems like it's going to be him or from the Marlins we got. Oh, shit, his name's slipping my mind right now. We
Alvarado or something.
Alvarado.
No. Oh, what the fuck was his name?
Isn't his name something like that?
Something close to that. It's
Alvaro or something.
No,
It's an Italian name.
it has a Z in it. I remember that. But anyway, damn, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, he led the Marlins.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Whatever the fuck. He had 12 saves with the Marlins last year. I don't want to say it's like not Nowitzki, but it's something like similar to that. But anyway, so if he's not going to be able to
Samsonite, we were way off.
It's Samsonite.
Samsonite.
Oh, yeah. Who gives a fuck? It's gone. Too high, no. Too hard. Too high, no. It's too hard. But see, no, it's too. Who gives a fuck? It's gone.
I sit here and argue with you.
The other guy, Connor Brogdon, too. He's another one that they have a lot of high hopes for. They're thinking that maybe he can, bring something to the team. So right now he's not on the fucking roster. He's not on the 40-man roster. Here we go.
So much for that guy.
Yeah.
Well, Sir Anthony's still on there, because he's hurt. Adonis Medina. All right, hold on, let me bring it up. Damn it.
Alvarado.
No, that's not him.
That's how you're talking about?
No.
I thought that's who it was.
No. All right, well, whatever.
It's probably Alvarado, and Sean just forgot.
It's not.
Sean's been drinking.
I'm telling you, it's not. It's not. That's not his name.
Oh, you're gonna close or you're gonna cut grass?
The fuck, dude. Did you guys hear about the guy who's living in lived in Veteran Stadium between the 70s and 80s?
I did,
dude.
Like what a story! Like he had a
story,
dude. In the one office, he had fucking boxes set up blocking the windows, and then behind the boxes, he had like a living room. He had a couch, a TV, a refrigerator, like.
That's
he would sneak out and watch games in his fucking bathrobe.
Yeah, because there were some guys who worked at the vet who knew, and they were just like, that's him. It's cool. There was one. I heard a guy call up the radio station because he read the book and he was telling a story.
Brandon Kinsler. Brandon Kinsler is the closer. Thank you. Sorry,
Sean.
Kinsler.
Good for you.
Oh, good for you.
I was going to find it. He had like 12 saves for the Marlins last year. He was actually pretty decent for him. So either he's going to be the closer or he's going to be the setup man. One or the other. So that's all. All right. Party on.
So back to the apartment guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so there was this one, during a game, like he got like drunk. So like when everybody leaves, like he's just walking around the stadium and now he's on the field. And he fell asleep on the field. So he wakes up to the fucking to a dog like fucking licking his face. And he's like, what the fuck? Here it was the security guard who had the dogs to go find something, you know what I mean? So the security guard let the dog go to go check it out, see what it was. So when the security guard comes over and sees what's going on, the dog licking the dude, and he's like, "Oh, it's you. Oh, all right. I thought something was wrong," and then he just walked away.
Come on, Pooch.
Yeah.
Let him, sleep off his hangover. Can you roll to a different spot in the grass so you don't kill that part?
Watch the scene. You
Yeah,
don't want to hurt your back. Watch the scene.
that's right. It was. Don't
Dude,
throw a
wild
bad hell.
story. So
Enough guys threw up on this turf. It's not going to matter.
so this is back in the early 70s and or late 70s, I guess. And he had family that was working in the stadium, and they he was given keys. So yeah, so he set up, like you said, he set up shop in a concession stand and lived there for like three years, I think they said. Like,
Saved a ton of money.
so he was having parties. Like Dr. J apparently was like involved in one. He was roller skating around the concourse. He was what did they say? He was snorting lines off the Phillies bench. Like what?
This dude's like paid like, 12 people like, hey, $20, come hang out and party in the, what'd you call it? Meet Dr. J.
So someone's like, "Oh, this story isn't true," and then Eagles Hall of Famer Bill Bradley came out and goes, "No, it's totally true. Like,
It happened. I was
this
there.
is true. This guy was real. This guy existed, and yeah, he was living in the vet for a while."
Eagles
Pretty
Hall of Famer.
Pretty awesome story, man.
He's like, dude, this dude's real. I snorted coke with him in the dugout.
Yeah. Where's the movie at, man? Who's getting the movie rights for that?
Dude,
Mark
that would be an awesome movie.
Mark Wahlberg.
Nah, you can't be bitch with Polly
man.
and this guy.
Fucking Mark Wahlberg.
I think I saw a
He's a Boston guy. It's got to be a Philly guy.
I think I found a Transformer.
This is Transformer over here.
I fucking hate Mark Wahlberg. I used to like him. I just got Mark Wahlberg out.
Fucking steroid.
Have Will Smith play him.
I loved him in Departed, though.
Fucking steroid.
Yeah, that's probably the last one where
Patriots Day was good too, man. He was.
I haven't seen that.
He was really good in that movie.
What? That's a good movie.
That was a heavy hitting movie, man.
That was really good.
We saw it in the theater. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. Rough.
I'm not sure if I remember that one.
That was
It's about 9/11.
He was good in Boogie Nights too.
No, it's
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's
no,
about, that's about the
Marathon bombing.
marathon
Yeah.
bomb.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Some
Fucking
lines
dirty.
aren't meant to be crossed. All right,
Dirty
so
Ziggler.
should we do While You Were Drunk?
Oh no,
do it.
Flyers.
You got all right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I am not drunk, man. You're trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have.
Oh, this is going to be.
Track is acceptable. Wow.
This is going to be a big finish.
and I love cats.
Staying right.
More than you need to know.
It feels
So,
good.
while we were all drunk, while I'm drunk now,
I'm
Rie Cormier, former Philadelphia relief pitcher, passed away after a battle with cancer last week, and he was part of the Phillies for a while. Man, I think he was on the team in 2002 to 2007. So he helped win a division with the team.
Fuck you,
Obviously,
cancer.
obviously, he was not a part of the World Series team, but he was a major part of helping build that team. He was known as Frenchie, and he was also the second longest tenured left-handed relief pitcher. Behind who?
Left-handed
Left-handed
relief.
relief pitcher? Tug?
Yes. Good job, Mike. 100%. Correct.
Man.
Could
Kudos.
have gave somebody a fucking second. What the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
what the fuck?
Nah,
Yeah,
good job, Mike.
Gary's going to get it.
Yeah, Gary, it was on the tip of his tongue. It was on the
Yeah.
tip of his tongue, man.
I know
So
it.
Frenchie, Real Cormier, rest in peace. Man, that's a
Frenchie.
shame. I was
Hey, Frenchie, where's my fries?
legitimately like upset when I heard that sucks, man. He was a likable dude. He was a steady pitcher for that team for a long
He
time.
was good. He was a good
Yeah.
pitcher. Like
Yeah.
you knew he was going to come in and do his job more times than not.
And of course, being a left-hander, he's more of a specialist than anything. Where he comes in, certain situations, but he was
That's
he's pretty
sad
good,
shit.
man. So rest in peace, Rie Cormier. A-Rod,
I always thought it was a cool name too.
Real Cormier.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah, it's different.
A-Rod and J-Lo have apparently called off their engagement.
Cool.
I thought those two were going to make it.
I'd slide right in there and hit that right in the ass.
I don't know if A-Rod would really appreciate it.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Well, you know, this goes on.
It needs to be insured. Yeah,
I didn't know A-Rod like went that way.
Yeah, he takes it. He likes it.
Fuck with my ass, man.
Like what is it though? Like J-Lo goes through dudes. Like she's probably psycho. Like,
be nice, Ryan. Be nice.
no, like she's smoking hot, but like she's probably like
yo, that ass though.
Are all the hot ones like crazy though?
right.
That
That's
ass,
what I
though.
mean. Like she's been engaged and fucked like this dude, that dude, this dude, and then everybody's like, I can't take this bitch.
She has the fucking.
It showed, dude. It's
She has
Sorry,
the.
I just-
from fucking Lord of the Rings though. She fucked Gollum.
That ass.
I can't.
Mark Anthony.
That
but-
ass.
I
Tell me,
just can't,
baby
like,
girl,
the-
because I need to know. I need to know. Yeah, you
I
need
just-
to know. That's why you're out the back door too. You fuck.
I can't like take Hollywood relationships serious.
I hear you, Mike. I hear you.
Like I don't care about like, oh, you know, so and so must have a problem. Like it's Hollywood. Like
Right.
they broke up because J-Lo's got a new record coming out and it's going to help her sales.
Mhm.
That fat ass. She still got a fat ass.
Yeah, that hasn't changed.
She
But
got that
I
fat
thought we were not talking about that. I mean, we could talk about that all night. I get it, but
that ass though.
There's probably a podcast dedicated to her ass.
That ass. That's a nice ass.
J-Lo's poop shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, we have like 7 names for this show by now.
J-Lo's fart box.
Yeah, try to picture it. Like she's smoking hot, right? Try to picture
that ass.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
All right, Gar, we got it, Gar. We got it.
Right, let's move on.
Try to like a smoking hot bitch, right?
That ass though.
Try to picture her sitting down and taking a shit.
That ass though.
I remember I was like 18, 19 years old. I'm working at a print shop.
You'd be happy to get a chocolate mustache though, wouldn't you, Ryan?
I'd stick my tongue right in it.
And I
Right in
remember,
it. My whole face.
I remember this Italian guy, Andy. Hey kid, what's the matter? You know, oh, girls, huh? Girls. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you know, one way to get them off your mind, just picturing him on the toilet, with sweat beading off their forehead for pushing out a turd. I'm like,
hey man,
fuck.
everybody poop. Everybody poops.
So Mike, you turn it out.
That's the name of the show. Everybody poops.
Remember
Everybody
Buddy?
poop.
Remember Buddy?
Yeah.
Turns out his father-in-law. I found out at a later time. Yeah,
Oh, that was his father-in-law that said
his
it?
father-in-law. I worked with his
Oh,
father.
shit.
So
Yeah, everybody still poops.
everybody poops.
Arizona,
Right.
buddy cash.
And in case you didn't know, that ass.
That ass though.
Oh, Purdue tied it up. This is going to be a great finish.
Yep. Sean Bradley, one time top pick of the 76ers back in the early 90s. He was in Space Jam. I can't look at the fucking screen.
Ugh. Now he's like, instead of being like this, he's like this.
Will. Oh, Bradley.
He went from
He traded
went from
like
this
wheels from the to the
to
wheelchair
this.
wheels.
He went
Oh,
from 7'6"
shit.
he went from 7'6" to 2'6". Oh man! All right, so he was
Yo, you think he should join the Special Olympics Basketball League?
It'd still suck.
Yeah. You have Carmen.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's fucked up.
So he was riding a
that's
bike
not
and he was-
nice. That's not nice, Ryan.
It's bad when
riding-
Gary's
he's riding-
series.
No.
he was riding a bike and he was hit by a car and he's now paralyzed, dude.
I won't be paralyzed by you.
Oh, my cheeks hurt. I'm sorry. I should laugh at this.
Man, what the fuck?
Yo, did his wife have a fucking rant put in right away, or is she gonna wait?
Did she call fucking Vito? Did she call Vito?
Oh my god!
Thank God for the American Disabilities Act.
Dan, I can't believe we must not have anybody listening. The comment section is completely blank on this. How's the comment section not blowing up on this?
They won't let them play basketball anymore because they want fucking skid marks all over the wood.
Now it's the Snail Trail League.
I remember one time I was playing ice hockey, and it was a public game, like anyone could play, whatever. And I had a breakaway, and on my team was this kid in a fucking chair thing, like he was on his back, fucking with the little stick. And like I had a breakaway, I had a clear shot to fucking score, right? I was like, let me do a nice thing. I fucking passed to him. He was like, fucked it up. I remember being so pissed off. I'm like, God damn, that's the last time I ever fucking do something nice for him.
Who drafted this kid?
Man. Well,
somebody pushed him off the fucking bridge. I want to score a breakaway.
He's on like that skid, that roller thing that you go underneath the car to fix the car.
It's called a creeper.
Yeah.
The Creeper Hockey League.
He's creeping up on your assist, George.
It's a shame, dude. Like I think about that, and I just think about that moment. I'm like, what a fucking asshole. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, look at that. North Texas is up 4 now.
Yeah.
I can't watch the game. I know you guys are watching. I
got it on now. This is a story for the ages. A story for the ages right here. The creative director for the Tokyo Olympics open and closing ceremonies.
Oh no!
Has had to resign. Did you guys hear about this at all?
Oh yeah.
He had to resign because he had comments that he suggested that a well-known plus-size female comedian known as Naomi Watanabe in Japan should perform at the Olympic Games as Olympic. He basically suggested that she should come down from the sky during opening ceremonies dressed as a pig.
Spider pig does whatever a spider can.
Yeah, well, as Pink Floyd's The Great Pig in the Sky is playing in the background. Big man. Ha ha, Sherrod, you are.
I'm on my way on making it pig.
2 weeks ago, that was an album that we forgot about. Peter Gabriel Snow.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So here's what she looks like.
Yeah.
She's cute.
Oh.
What do you call a fat Chinese person?
A chunk.
What?
A chunk.
Jesus Christ, man. The fuck. Dude. So he basically made a statement. He said, "This cannot be taken back. I offer my deepest regrets and apologize from the depth of my heart to her and those who may have been offended by this. And for that, I offer her an all-you-can-eat meat buffet at."
No, that was
he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Not at the end. No, he didn't say it at the end.
Talk about Fuddruckers.
Man, Olympic.
That's actually priceless.
It is pretty good. That is well done. Like well done by him. But now he's looking for a job.
Yeah, I mean that was wrong, but
thank you.
He's famous though.
That's
So while you were drunk, a Hilltown Township cheerleader, her mother, is in
She
deep
took in
water.
the ass too.
Well, she probably should have. So actually, out of Doylestown, so Hilltown Township, pretty close to Doylestown, Pennsylvania, pretty close to us.
Is this
Maybe
when she was sending the hidden messages to the other teammates?
She was so basically it was a cheerleader group, a competitive cheerleading group in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, and she was sending abusive, like, harassment or harassing messages to the other cheerleaders, but also
hiding it like she was somebody else.
Yeah, she was basically using a burner account to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was like incognito.
Yeah, but it was worse because she ended up doing a deep fake video.
Which sounds like, I'm sorry, that sounds somewhat pornographic or.
Well, it's kind of interesting you say that because she basically edited video of the girls naked, and think this is high school, naked girls basically doing drugs and drinking and all this stuff to try to get them kicked off the cheerleading team so her daughter could be on the team.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Wow.
Now, my daughter's 9 years old, and she was on the cheerleading team, and they're cliquey, and they're motherfuckers. They're sons of bitches.
That to me, that's just fucking batshit crazy, and that's how far you go.
Yeah, like come on.
Your daughter wasn't good enough to be on the fucking team, so instead you have to create a fake video.
Yeah, just teach her to swallow. She'll go far.
She'll get right on that team.
Yeah, teach her to swallow.
Dude,
and he said, and the private messages were telling the three kill yourself or something.
Yeah, she was telling them to kill. She was telling the other cheerleaders to kill. I hope you kill yourself. And
the fight was a fake. You're a fake. Go kill yourself.
Yo, does that not got a Lifetime movie written all over it?
No, because there's no dude that did the chick wrong.
Well, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? You guys watch Lifetime movies and nothing to know this shit? Like, I don't know what's on Lifetime.
It's always the same guy. It's like, starring Oral Roberts. Like,
all I remember is the text or the Facebook ad. What has 57 movies.
The last one I watched,
8 characters in one plot.
And
all movie channel movies.
Yeah, they're on a small town with
the last one I watched on Lifetime, Mike, was the one where that guy fucking threw his kids in that big fucking water tower. What the fuck, Chris?
I don't remember this at all.
No, so you actually watch the Lifetime movies?
Oh yeah, I watch with the old lady.
When do you and the old lady watch TV together?
When we try to fuck.
How you making out with that?
Yeah, let's get in the mood. Put a Lifetime movie on, yo.
Yeah, right. Well, it's usually a good-looking guy, so at least he's got a shot then, right? Here, you need something to picture while you're looking. Like, whatever works.
Yo, he killed his wife and the kids, and it was all over the news.
And this gets her in the mood.
Yeah, like the residents are getting fucking arms and they're fucking drinking water, and like, the fuck is this?
All right, so you don't remember? All right,
no, I don't remember this at all. Oh, his name is Chris Watertower.
No, it was Chris Watts.
Chris Watts.
Yeah, look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I didn't hear that at all.
This time we had to look something up. It was from Dave. And
get the fuck up. That's all.
Man, that's fucked up, man. All right.
Yeah, I killed.
So people go to crazy fucking lengths. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, dude. That's insane shit to me. Dude, you should see a picture of this woman too. I mean, she looks like she's fit to be tied. Like, she's pretty homely.
Oh
no. See, I'm on delay. I got the game tied. 21 seconds left, and they just counted it.
No, it went down. It's Do you want no?
Go for it.
It's Purdue's ball with 1.6 left.
It's still tied.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I think it's Purdue. I think it's Purdue's ball.
All right, we already talked about that.
No, it's North Texas still has the ball. So you got a buzzer beater.
Oh yeah, no, they called it North Texas ball. Yeah. All right. Drew Brees. Drew Brees has called it quits officially, and he already has a new gig. He's going to be on NBC as an analyst. Drew Brees, what do you when you think of the name Drew Brees, what do you think of? Like, obviously Hall of Famer without a doubt.
Yeah.
But
the first thing that comes to mind with Drew Brees, he you hate to think outside of the game, but what he did for the city of Louisiana after Katrina, he like revitalized the community. He put a lot of money into it and everything, and helped build it back. But as a player, the first thing that comes, he's probably the most accurate passer ever. But he's only got one ring. He should probably have more. But he got that ring in New Orleans.
Right.
So,
He wouldn't have got it if he stayed in fucking San Diego.
He may have.
Yeah, he might have.
No, I don't think he would have.
But first ballot Hall of Famer, classy guy. You can't say a bad thing about him.
No. What's the first thing I think of? Like, I think it's somebody that's somehow wasn't your prototypical size quarterback, didn't have the size, didn't have the arm strength, wasn't kind of like, I guess, underdog is what I would kind of think of when I think of Breeze.
I'll say expert at the quick release pass.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah, precise for sure. Like Ryan said, most accurate. He was just a dart thrower, man.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I had, I guess, on our Corner Pub Sports thing, put out a tweet about. It's because the Saints got embarrassed. They got embarrassed in the playoffs, and I basically said, if this is the way Breeze goes out, it's a shame. I got attacked. What the fuck am I getting attacked for? Because he's just like, because there's Eagles fans attack. No, it's because now you just mentioned about the Katrina thing and what he did for that community and how he tried to revitalize that entire area. But then people are hung up because he made comments about the kneeling for the flag and how you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You understand why people hung on to that instead of focusing on the good stuff. It's one thing that someone did now it defines them. I think that's a little unfair.
Yeah.
The guy was a class act his entire career.
But you know what? So you're never going to get recognized for what you did do good. You're going to get recognized for what you did bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably true.
That's the same. Look at Donovan McNabb. People look at him like, oh, he threw up in the Super Bowl. He sucked. Look at all the success that dude had. Maintained success. The best longevity in franchise history.
Best quarterback they ever had.
The most longevity, I should say.
Yeah, we thought that Wentz was going to overtake him, but clearly that didn't happen.
Right.
Like, I hate him. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's another topic, but I hate him. But he's the best quarterback we ever had.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it went further than the throwing up in the Super Bowl. That's part of the problem that with him,
the passive aggressive.
Number 5 will always love you.
He's talking about himself in the fourth person.
Fourth person.
So, anyway, you guys, Ryan, earlier you asked how I'm doing in the tournament. I just checked on it. The 27th percentile, so I'm almost in the bottom quartet.
Where am I at? Are you searching the one we're in?
Yeah.
Where am I at?
All right, let me check.
Fucking basketball.
While Mike's looking that up, the final While You Were Drunk story I have for this week. We had quite a few because we were out for 2 weeks. It's a big one, and we'll probably hit on it a little bit later when we talk about the Eagles. But Deshaun Watson, the number is now up to 7 women. Seven women have now accused him of sexual misconduct. Basically, they're all stemming from the same kind of situation where he either paid to while in a masseuse parlor or paid a woman to come to him to give him a massage, which then led to either him fondling himself in front of him or forcing them to fondle him or forcing them to blow him. Yeah. So 7 women now have come forward. I'm going to be really curious to hear what everyone's take on this is. I'll say this, and then I'll leave it at this. You know what? To kind of go with the Drew Brees thing that we just talked about, I think it's condescending of people or hypocritical of people to kind of throw opinions on something because they don't know the facts, right? And this is the whole thing here. However,
where were these stories last year? Why are you bringing it up now?
But okay, so the same thing happened with Bill Cosby, right? The same thing. It's 1 and then 2 and then 5 and then 20 and then whatever.
Well, Bill
So-
Cosby was dropping fucking drugs in the drinks too. You know what I mean, Sean?
Okay, but he didn't rape anybody. He didn't rape any of them. He just did some creepy shit. He didn't rape them.
Yes.
I'm not
Right.
saying this is.
I don't know what he did.
And I'm not saying that's better than this. I'm only comparing it. You just said where's the stories? People come forward and they present. It's like a lot of people were afraid to say something. Like the whole Me Too movement, right? People were afraid to say something until that first person came out and was like, okay, now I can come out, because people feel shameful. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. It's hard for me to speak from that perspective to know why. But I'm sorry but the point I was trying to get at, to go to the Drew Brees thing, people immediately jump. Like when Drew Brees said what he said, and people immediately jumped down his throat and said he's a fucking racist and this and that, right? The story came out about Deshaun Watson, and immediately people said, he didn't do that. He does things in the community. There's no way. He does charity work. There's no way he would have done this. And now all these stories are coming out, and people are getting quiet. People are like, oh, fuck, right? But yet Ben Roethlisberger was not guilty, and yet people still refer to him as Ben Roethlisberger. And whether he did it or didn't, I'm not saying whether he did it or didn't. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy here. Kobe Bryant, same situation. You know, it was in a situation where he allegedly raped somebody. They did have sex. That was out there. They said they definitely did something. Was it forced or not? We don't know. There was a payoff, but he's a fucking hero in everyone's eyes. And I just think it's, I don't know. I just think it's crazy how there is judgment placed on certain people and others are bypassed because like they do good things in the community, but yet so did person A here, Drew Brees.
I mean, you don't know what's going on, dude. Look, he's a man. He's with a girl. Who knows what happened? You know what I mean? You make it out with a girl. Come on, can't you stroke my dick?
Well, that wasn't. It was my understanding is he hired girls to give massages.
I mean,
so I don't know what. So I need to know. I'm waiting to make an opinion on this. I'm waiting to pass judgment. I see both sides of it, which I know is, kind of it's not a stance, but I can see a situation where one girl comes forward and the floodgates open up because it's an opportunity for a money grab. But I could also see him being a scumbag. If he's a scumbag, then he deserves everything that he's getting for it. But
I mean, why is he a scumbag?
Because if
he paid for a massage and he wanted more.
Yeah, that would make him a scumbag.
Yeah, it would make him a scumbag.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
No, because first of all, he paid for massage. He expected more or wanted more, and not only that, but from what the accusations are, and again, they're accusations. He forced it upon the girls to do it. It's rape. If
What did he force?
That's what
he forced the girls to give him a blowjob. My understanding is that he basically guided their head or whatever towards
this motherfucker's laughing over here.
towards
You're
his cock
sucking.
and made him and forced him to do it, and they may have been afraid because it's just the two of them in the room.
She's not coming up till she starts sucking.
I'll tell you what, if I'm going to force I'm not forcing them to do that because it's easier for them to go.
Well, that's true.
Chomp.
All right, the only
thing I'm going to say is when there's
That's what the accusations
And
are. I'm not saying
right.
they're true. I'm just saying that's what I read as the accusations.
when there's smoke, there's fire. That's
Yeah.
my opinion on it. So
Usually there's where there's smoke, there's fire. And I want to preface this by saying I'm not defending him.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look at the history of his character. When he was in Clemson, He was a pretty stand-up dude. Never had any issues. Done a lot in the community since he's been in Houston. Something that I'm curious about: if all these women have come forward, where are their criminal charges? How come no criminal charges have been filed?
Why is it just civil?
Right, and
Is what you're
also that I think it's the first woman that came forward. Last year, something did come out. This lawyer tried to have Deshaun pay her off, and Deshaun said, "Go scratch." Nothing happened. And also, Deshaun's agent is saying that okay, let these women come forward. There's a smoking gun that you haven't heard yet, so just wait till you hear all the facts. So that's
why I said wait and see.
Right, like that's where I'm at with it. I have to wait and see before I had to have an opinion pass my judgment or whatever. But if he did do what he's accused of doing,
he's got to be out of the league. He's got to be out.
That's
and that's 100. How much money did he blow? Blow is a bad word for it, but anyway, giggity, I guess. Or no pun
pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Giggity.
That's like hundreds, like almost 200 million or something like that over the next 5 years that he may lose.
Something like that, yeah. North Texas is walking away with this, dude.
Yep, it's over.
Oh, went to OT.
Yeah, North Texas is dominating in overtime, though, Mike.
Well, that helps my bracket of integrity.
I'm sure.
By the way, update, Sean.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Me?
Ninth percentile, Sean.
Nice. That's awesome.
Where am I at, Mike?
You are tied for sixth, I think.
That's not
in
hard.
ours. Hold on.
Fuck. I had Purdue, too.
I'm pretty sure I did, too.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You're sixth. You are in the 57.6 percentile, along with Quinn. And so that's where you're at.
I'm not doing too good right now.
But you have the most total max with Michigan.
Right.
I think you might have the most total max total.
Shut up about fucking basketball.
Shut up. Fucking drunk ass.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Shut up with that fucking chicken wing.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Shut up.
And your microphone bent the opposite way.
Yeah, you fucking limp dick.
Crooked dick, helicopter looking motherfucker.
Fucking guy. All right, cool. Speaking of Gary. Gary, we have a Twitter poll that's open right now.
Oh no. I heard about this.
So let me
Ryan knows about it.
So Gary, we have a Twitter poll that ran this week. Here we go. And it regards you.
What the fuck did I do?
How long will Gary hold his new job for? So there was a new Twitter poll that went out. Here are the options: 0 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months. I'm just looking at Gary's face.
Wow. Thanks for the support, guys.
Less than 3 years, or he's golden now. So those are the options. I want to hear your votes, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys?
No comment.
I'm declining my right to vote.
I plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Gary, I'm gonna vote because these guys don't have the gazones to fucking vote, and I'm just gonna say I'm gonna vote that you're golden now, Gary. That's my vote. All right.
Get off his dick.
Dang,
All right,
you're
well,
supposed to be my brother.
With that being said, 40% of the vote says 6 to 12 months.
I didn't see this.
I know. I was hoping you want it. So that was a fun Twitter poll we ran this week. I thought we get a kick out of it. I just wanted, and I even prefaced it on the poll. I said this is for a fun on the show only. And then I put the question out there. So that was the vote. So the majority of people think within the next year you'd be looking for a new fucking job. So good luck.
I'll say this: he better be fucking golden, or he's getting a fucking smack in the mouth.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
All right, so let's move on to hockey, and then we'll do some Eagles talk, Philadelphia football talk, I guess I should say, because I don't even want to call them by their name anymore. But first, the Philadelphia Flyers are absolutely struggling to the max right now. Although they won, they had a big comeback win. But
they were up 3-0, man.
I say comeback win. I mean, like they come back after the game they had the night before. But yeah, you just
9
said
fucking goals they gave up.
3-0, and they almost lost that game yesterday.
And look,
4-3. But yeah, the Rangers they lose 9-0 this week.
And to me, like this isn't a Carter Hart problem. Like, what is wrong with them? You can't tell. Like. And you can't tell me that it's because Niskanen's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Like this
there's no blue line presence, Ryan, is the problem.
None. This team
been the problem since the season started.
And like they've seriously regressed. They're not going to.
Vigneault last year was ruling the team with an iron fist. And you don't see him doing that this year. I just don't see it.
But they just, I don't know, man. But I don't want to hear that's the two things I don't want to hear. Like, this isn't a Carter Hart problem. This isn't because Matt Niskanen isn't there. There's something else going on with them, man.
Yeah, Gustafson's a fucking turnover machine, and Ghost of Spare is not what we thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line.
Yeah, that Gustafson Ghost line is atrocious, to say the least. The pairing's not working out. And Ghost has been sitting the last few weeks too, or the last few games too. So Ghost can't seem to pair up with anybody. It's a shame. We had so much promise for him when he came up.
He had a great rookie year. That Dave Haxtell fucking destroyed him.
Like Brian, I don't believe that. I think if he's traded and he goes to another team, I think he'll revitalize his career. He needs to change the scenery.
So before the show, Gary and I were talking about this kind of situation, and basically, what do you do? You're Chuck Fletcher. What do you do now? Your team's kind of hanging on here. You're on the. I think they're still on the out looking in.
If the playoffs were to start today, they wouldn't make it.
I mean, I got a text this week. He basically said, "Do you say Alain Vigneault is done?"
No.
Do you fire him?
No.
I agree. Yeah,
no, absolutely not.
You don't fire him.
Players haven't had longevity and the coaching staff in how many years?
Right. Yeah, I don't think anyone looks at like. So we had Jason Martinez on our last show, and Martinez basically said it's not game planning, it's execution. It's them actually actually going through the game plan and going through the scheme and actually executing it, right? It's not just, there are adjustments. Like, do you adjust to your roster though? Like there is that question too. Like we talked about when we talked about the Eagles, you play to your players, you adjust to your players' strengths. AV may not be doing that. Maybe this isn't the scheme with some of these guys, but is that AV's fault when it worked last year?
Right.
Work. I don't know, but I agree. I don't think there's any there shouldn't be any talk of AV losing his job because this team isn't.
And it can be almost an effort thing too. Like when they were down 3-0 against the Rangers, they quit. They stopped. They stopped playing. So maybe at this point, I mean, you can't blow it up. They have too much young talent. But bench Giroux for a game or two. Bench Voracek for a game or two. Start benching the veterans to send a message to this team.
I mean, Voracek, he's been a fucking.
I don't care. I don't care. You got to send him. You got to send a message.
You don't bench productive players, Ryan. You don't.
Why?
Do because you don't.
Now, if you tell me you're going to bench Konechny,
that's different.
That.
He hasn't been productive.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I disagree. I don't think you bench Voracek or Giroux. No. But what I was going to say, related to those guys though, and related to the whole thing that started this conversation about AV, I think you don't move on from AV because of the sheer fact that the same fucking core of players are still here, and you're going to move on to another coach who's going to come in and deal with the same bullshit with the same guys who don't seem to be able to be movable because their contracts suck and they're old and they're fucking done.
Thank you, Mr. Holmgren.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
that's the thing. I mean, Voracek, we've had this conversation. He's having a good year. He is, but he's overrated. He's paid like a superstar. And he's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. Giroux, they should have traded him 5 years ago.
But I mean, okay, Brian, I can get behind that, but right now, there's no point.
But
I'm not
Ryan,
saying
you've been back and forth on Giroux 100 times by now.
No, but it's not. It's only over the last year and a half where his production has seriously gone down.
Yeah, but earlier in the year, his production was good, and you're like, "Oh man, he's really." And you look at his numbers, and his numbers are really good. He's one of the top producing Flyers ever.
Okay,
yeah,
but
his last 3 years have been the best years of his career.
Okay, but my point with the Giroux thing is, look where you're at with him, and now you can't move him. Mm-hmm. That was my point even 5-6 years ago. It was never because he wasn't a good player. Never. I love Claude Giroux. I got his jersey hanging in my closet. Like it was. It was never because
he got it on sale, you cocksucker.
And I've said this over and over and over and over. It's never because of who he is as a player. It's just they tried to make him the core player. He was never that guy. And look where you're at now. Now you can't move him.
Mm-hmm. So looking at this roster, I mean,
but me personally, Giroux's not a problem right now.
No,
the contract is for with his age.
No, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about production as players.
Well, what do you do though? I mean, like you can't stay in pat. If you stay in pat, you're basically throwing in the towel and going, "It's the best we can do." And this is
me personally, Gustafson and Ghost, you pair them in with a couple draft picks, and you try to get a top tier defensive pair in here.
But see, Garrett, that's the thing. Like, what team is giving you a top tier defenseman for Gustafson and Ghost who sucks?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing with this is that you got to be careful this year because you have what do you have? You have three. You can keep 3 defensemen with next year's expansion.
Right.
You have Provorov and Myers and one other guy, right?
Sanheim.
That you're keeping.
I'm fucking go.
All right.
I'm done with Sanheim.
All right. So, I mean, if you're done with Sanheim, then, maybe, you let him go. But whoever you're trading for this year, if he's not on an expired contract,
you got to protect
him. And if you're protecting him, that means that you're giving up one of your young guys. So
in essence, you're giving up 2 or 3 young guys for this guy.
You're giving up 2 or 3 young guys for this guy that you're going to lose next year.
Mm-hmm.
So you're giving up draft picks for somebody. You're kind of cutting yourself off from both ends if you make a deal.
But I mean, the Flyers are at a point, Mike, where they got to do something because the core players, like Ryan and Sean have both said, it's what it is. You're not going to be able to move them because of the contracts.
Right. So
if you're hoping to compete and contend, you got to do something now. You don't wait.
I understand, but I mean, like, this is if you think you're a team that's going to contend. Are they a team that's? Are they?
I think they're more than one piece away.
So if they're more than one piece away, is it worth mortgaging the future for more than one piece away? Maybe wait it out.
I think the beginning of the season, the Flyers were a little bit of fool's gold. I think they thought we all thought that they were a little more than what they are.
No, I at the beginning of the year, It was the opposite. It was like the beginning of the year. They looked like they were good, but we sat there and watched them, and we're like, they're getting outshot every game.
Right, and they
They're,
had the
they're
same.
opportunistic.
They were
They're
playing. They were playing with-
opportunistic.
they were playing with fire.
They were exposed in the bubble last year. They were exposed that the Montreal Canadiens started with the exposing them, and then the Islanders completely exposed them.
Like
and
that
then
blue-
and
that
then
blue
going
line-
into and then going into this year, like there's a book on them, and the
That blue
NHL
line
has figured out how to beat them, and
Yeah,
they
that
haven't
blue line-
adjusted.
That blue line presence is non-existent.
And that's more than just one guy not being there. Like there's
Yeah, it's more than Niskanen not being
Right.
on this team. Like all their entire defense looks completely. No, I'm not saying Niskanen doesn't make a difference.
right.
He's not the sole reason why all of a sudden this defense is allowing shot, getting outshot every game, and they look like a completely different team that we saw last year. They
not protecting their goalie, like giving up lead after lead after lead in the third period. Like,
and that's the other thing with these, with people kind of not clamor, but starting to murmur, like maybe AV should go. I'm sorry, like he's here for the second year. You saw what he did last year with this team.
With shit, Sean.
Yeah,
He did it with shit.
You don't fucking turn your back on him and say that's it. He sucks, and we got to move on. The fucking coaching carousel in this town is unbelievable. They are this franchise in general. It's crazy because you look at it and go, the Phillies. The Phillies are losing this franchise in North American sports and.
Well, Philadelphia is just a tough sports town, Sean.
Dude, the Flyers haven't won in 40 plus years. That's a long fucking time.
And how many coaches have you had in that 40 years?
And they went from like a hockey town. This used to be a lot more of a hockey town, in my opinion, than it is now.
Yeah,
and Lindros and Recchi, and like that was an era where
you get those fans back when you win, Mike.
Yeah, but I mean, when was the last? Like that's the thing. Like it's been 20 years since they've consistently won. They've had one Stanley Cup final, which was good, but then they backed it up. Did they even make the playoffs the next year?
Yeah, I mean, in 2011 or something? They might have, but even that, when you look at the team, when's the last time you had a superstar player? A superstar player.
Well, I think that Giroux is borderline superstar, but I don't
think you just answered. But Mike, you just answered the question.
He's borderline.
I think Giroux is bottom line. The last time they had a superstar,
he's not a superstar.
Keith Primo.
Peter Forsberg, the twilight of his career.
Right.
That's
so
2004.
So you want to look back at
2004.
It's probably Lindros and Leclerc.
But I mean, Giroux, he's not the guy that he's a complimentary player. You know what I mean?
I'll give Mike Roenick. I'm sorry, Gary.
Jeremy Roenick.
I'll give Roenick to Mike because I think Roenick was exciting. He brought people out to watch him. When you watch the game, your eyes were on Jeremy Roenick. So I will say Jeremy Roenick might be and Yager too. When they
even at that age,
when they got Yager, that was fun. And think about how fun that season was, and think about all the things. So, but you only had him for 1 year, right? So it was Roenick for 2 or 3 years, and Yager for 1 in the last 20 years. Keith Primo wasn't,
and before that was Primo.
I don't think Primo was a superstar. He was a really good player. I don't think he was a superstar.
I'm talking about as far as fans see. You know what I mean, Ryan?
Yeah, but you know what? Primo is this era's Couturier. That would be like calling Couturier a superstar.
Primo was a Rod Brindamore type of player. He was he was a really good player, a solid player. He was not a superstar. So
he was a blue collar Philadelphia guy is what I'm getting at.
Well, yeah, but that's not a superstar. That's like calling Couturier a superstar.
Yeah, so Yager for a year, and a couple years of Roenick, and before that, Lindros Leclerc.
Right, for longevity, like period with superstar, it was Lindros and Leclerc.
Yep.
Damn, you gotta go back that far.
But who? And I don't follow the NHL enough, and I don't know if any of us could really spit it out the names that, other than Ovechkin and Crosby, and maybe Tavares and what's it, Tays for a little bit.
Patrick
Are there-
Kane. Patrick Kane just got his 400th goal, 500th goal.
Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
David.
I mean,
Right. I know. St. Louis has somebody,
St. Louis, the Lightning have had,
or not
Martin
St. Louis. I'm
St.
sorry,
Louis.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Martin
Tampa Bay.
St. Louis and
The Cobley.
Lecavier.
Yeah, but they have somebody now.
Steven Stamkos.
Yeah, Stamkos.
Been there forever. A lot of these teams have players that you can count on for goals.
Does Boston Machard, is he?
I don't know if Machard. I tell you what, Machard's he's third or second on the team in points. I mean, I hate him. I hate Brad Marchand.
You mean Marchand?
Marchand, yeah. I hate him, but he's solid. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Was Char there? I mean, Char was their captain. Was he? I guess he was a superstar defenseman for a bit. But I'm just trying to figure out what is considered a superstar in the NHL.
40 goals a year, 80 points.
How many guys average that?
Connor McDavid, Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Taves did it a few times. Patrick Kane does it every year. I mean,
does Kane do it now?
Yeah, Patrick Kane just got his 500th goal, man.
Okay.
All right. So who was the Flyers' last 30-plus goal scorer?
Yeah, that you mean I think what you're trying to ask, Gary, if you don't mind me, is like their last bona fide 40 goal scorer. That's a superstar. It was probably Leclerc.
Yeah, that 1 year he had 50.
He had 54 years.
Oh, fuck, man. Fuck.
He had he had 40, I think, 7 years.
But I mean, we're talking about superstar this, superstar that with this team. This team, the offense isn't a problem with this team.
Right. So I'll take three guys that scored 20. I'll take 3 guys that scored 20 goals.
The last guy to score 40 goals was Jeff Carter in 2008.
Damn.
He scored 46.
Damn, he had almost a 50-goal season. Yeah. He was all perked up.
Yeah, and I don't look at Jeff Carter and say, "Oh, he's a."
No. He had like that one real good year, probably 2 other good years here, and then
Simone Gagne had 2 in a row, 47 and 41.
Gagne was close to a superstar too.
Yeah, 2006 and 2007.
I don't know if Gagne.
I mean, I'll take 3 guys to get 20-plus goals, but you need solid defense. The Flyers don't have that.
Yeah, but the way the NHL has changed, like the Flyers haven't been really relevant over the past 10, 11 years.
Right.
Because of the way the NHL has changed. It's an offensive game. And for 10, 12 years, and then going further back, like they haven't had a bona fide 40-goal scorer. A guy that goes out there every year and gives you 40 goals.
Dude, I just looked out of the last 10 years, 8 of those seasons, Claude Giroux led the team in assists.
That's a problem.
That's pretty well. It isn't, but it's impressive too at the same time. But it is a problem.
That's good for him, but it's a problem for the team.
It is a problem. Yep, absolutely. The last year was different. Konechny, and then another year Voracek. Those are the 2 teams. There are 2 years that it wasn't Giroux, but no, I agree. It definitely is a problem. There's no balance on this team.
And the guys that you've drafted here that you thought were going to, I mean, I'm still high on Nolan Patrick. Again, all I want from him this year is to get through the year healthy and then see if he can be that guy that we thought he was.
I don't see it.
But Konechny, I mean,
I like his scrap and I like his grit, but put the puck in that.
And he's just not doing it.
So who on this team is safe? Who would you not trade?
Nobody.
Except
Carter Hart. I'm sorry. That's a foolish statement. I'd go Carter Hart, Provorov. I'm not trading Nolan Patrick yet. I'm sorry. And
I don't trade Couturier.
Couturier.
No, you can't trade.
and the other defenseman, Myers.
Yeah, you just locked him up, Myers too. So
Yeah.
Provorov, Myers, Hart, Connect, and Couturier. That's it.
Yeah.
So you trade Konechny?
I'd trade Konechny. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see what happens because they got moves to make, and we'll see if they can improve and do anything. So
April 15th. That's the deadline.
Be right back. Be right back.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
All right. So let's talk some football, Gary.
Let's do it.
Let's talk some football. So Carson Wentz.
You're really going to go down this road.
I do. I want to bring this up real quick. So Carson Wentz is now in Indianapolis Colt officially. The league year started this week. The league off season officially kicked off this week, I should say. And Carson Wentz became an Indianapolis Colt. At his first press conference, he said a lot of things. He thanked hey Mark, what's up, brother? Thanks. He said a lot of things. Basically, saying that he enjoyed his time in Philadelphia and his 5 years were great and winning the Super Bowl and blah, blah, blah. Mark Drumheller checking in. Check him out on Fox Sports The Gambler.
What's up, Mark?
Does quite a few shows during the week. But check him out at X_Drumheller on Twitter.
But getting back to what you were getting to, Sean, I mean, he flat out said that he needed to move after he was benched.
So he when he got benched, it was his exact words, right? He said when he got benched in the Green Bay game, he knew it was the end. I got to tell you, I read that sentence about 3 times in a row, and I went, "Are you? Is this really?" He really said that. So all the reports that we had heard over the last year, right? The Alshon Jeffrey report, the Jimmy Kempski, all these reports that come out and talk about his personality and how he's uncoachable and how he's an A-type personality and how he deflects responsibility. That to me is the biggest part of this whole thing. That he deflects responsibility on, when someone would show him something on tape, like, oh, well, I didn't see that because of this, or instead of saying, yeah, you're right. You know what? I should have seen that. That was my A read. For some reason, I was looking at my Z read, whatever. Instead of doing all that, he faces adversity for the first fucking time in his career,
and he fails.
And he didn't fail. He took his ball and fucking went home. He took off.
Yeah. Before all this stuff came out and everything that was going on, I was hoping, and I was hoping that I would see him go to another team and have some success. Now, I hope he blows his ACL in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him.
I mean, that's where I'm at with it.
What's that?
No, I was reading it.
Crybaby.
That's where I'm at with it.
He got sand in his pussy and he didn't know how to wash it out.
Look, the Eagles created this situation, and the way he handled it is terrible. Like that's why I blame them both. But I don't care at this point anymore. I don't care. He's not here. It's terrible the way it went down, but I don't care what happens with him. Actually, I do care what happens with him in Indianapolis. I hope he has a good year this year, so we get the first round pick.
Right.
But after that, I don't care. He's out of my mind.
The only reason I bring it up is because the whole thing. If you felt a certain way about him, if you felt like, oh man, the Eagles shouldn't have given him up or all this pretty much to me solidifies that they made the right decision to move on, because he's fucking weak-minded and
he's mentally weak. And we've talked about that. We all pulled for him. We wanted it to work out, but we all said it looks like he's mentally soft, and he is. It's completely evident. But at the same time, and I'm sorry I'm repeating it, but at the same time, he's fucking Indianapolis' problem now.
Yeah, I hear you on For the Eagles' sake, it's just fucking musical chairs. Everyone's fucking leaving, coming back, leaving. The fuck. Like you said though, like he's Indianapolis is a problem. However, if he plays well, it benefits the Eagles, right?
Right.
Which would be a huge benefit, even though we might be trading all those picks for Deshaun, feel my cock while I'm getting a massage, Watson.
I don't think that, but I don't know. Doesn't a move like that have the Eagles written all over it though?
Jeffrey Lurie, let's give him a second chance. If that stuff's true, let me just preface that. If the stuff comes out and let's give Deshaun a second chance because everyone deserves a second chance.
You got to be emotionally intelligent. He has a history of this, that, and we like what he could do because I'm smarter than everybody.
I got to tell you, man, if you really think about that, and that situation, like what we just said there, what the fuck happened with Wentz and Lurie and Roseman for them to go, nah, we're trading you? What happened? Because they're always the team go, Carson, just calm down. You're a face of our franchise, blah, blah, blah. For them to go, you know what? They had a meet. Remember that meeting? They were like, oh, we had a meeting. And then right after that was like, yeah, we knew this wasn't going to work.
I'll say this again. Adversity doesn't breed your character. It reveals it.
What I think happened, I think it's Howie. I think Jeffrey Lurie chose Howie over Carson. That's what I think it is. Like Howie is Lurie's guy, and he's not going to move on from the coach. The coach that won a Super Bowl 3 years prior is no longer here. Because all he wanted, it seems like all he wanted was a little bit of control. Like whether you agree or not, whether these coaches should have came back that Peterson wanted. But all Peterson wanted was a little bit of control. And Lurie refused to give it to him. He wants this with Howie.
It's because they got bit with Chip Kelly.
Right.
That bit him so bad, and that was it. And because you win a Super Bowl, if you're Peterson, you're looking at the situation going, let me do this. Why can't I do it like my predecessor? Like why can't I do it like Andy, my big brother, right? Why can't I do it like him?
And basically, like even Peterson came out and spoke. And if you read between the lines, Peterson, like he seems completely at peace with it. It is what it is. But if you read between the lines of what he said, it seems like to me that if I'm going to die if I'm going to die and I'm going to go down in flames, I want to go down in flames with my guys.
Right. Yep.
And how can you fault a guy for that? Like we've had the conversations with Peterson struggles as a game day coach. I don't care what anybody says, he does.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't fault a guy for wanting to go to battle with his guys.
I mean, he's got a ring on his finger.
Right. Exactly.
He's got a ring on his finger.
And it probably should have spoke for something.
Well, Mark pointed out though, if you remember, he was yelling at Press Taylor before they benched him in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Press Taylor was the guy that they wanted to promote. They wanted to keep promoting him. Promote. Offensive coordinators now being Press Taylor. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, if Peterson still would have been here and they promoted Press Taylor, and Wentz was still here and Roseman was still here.
See, that's the thing, Sean. I hear you.
I wouldn't have been feeling.
I hear where you're going with there, but once went down, like from what we've learned this past week, once Peterson benched Wentz, it doesn't matter if Peterson was still here or not. Wentz wasn't going to be.
Well, clearly,
Peterson. Right. I don't think Peterson benched Wentz. I think he was told to bench him.
Well, now there's a story that basically coming out that Peterson, that the relationship between Wentz and Peterson was, quote, over-exaggerated, according to Wentz.
Yeah, he was on the Pat McAfee podcast today.
So I have a little bit of a problem with that because, in my opinion, over-exaggerated isn't untrue. There's two completely different words. Mm-hmm. To me, that says Yeah, there's truth to that, but maybe it wasn't as extreme as people were saying it is. So were you really only texting him for 6 weeks after you got benched because you had sour grapes in your fucking vagina? You know, like was that it? Just over exaggerated and completely false, or totally not true, or two completely different words. And I know we're picking things here, but it's the truth.
Name another quarterback that's been benched and overcame it.
Terry Bradshaw,
Donovan McNabb,
Randall Cunningham.
Yeah,
but he didn't overcome. You got to probably preface that question. Name a quarterback that got benched and overcame it with the same team.
Right. All right. Yeah.
Like Randall didn't overcome it with the Eagles. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
But Donovan McNabb did.
Terry Bradshaw was benched like 5 times.
Yeah, and Donovan McNabb was benched.
Bradshaw,
Sean, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He only won a couple Super Bowls after that. That's all he had.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we're talking fucking 40 years ago.
But still.
That's the one thing. But how do you guys feel about the stories that came out that basically they were proclaiming that what Hurts is the guy, that they're going to ride with Hurts, that Lurie is apparently telling the team we're riding with Hurts?
I think that's a smoke screen, and they're going to draft a quarterback.
Gar, I tell you you're crazy. I always disagree with you. You know that. But after hearing that press conference, Howie Roseman put that to bed. Howie Roseman said, "No, we were never told that," in so many words. He says that Lurie's involved, but we were never told to make to focus on, like, we were told to make the team better.
Right.
So I hope you're wrong, Gar, but I just hope
it's not at 6.
I think it will be at 6, and I think it's going to be Trey Lance.
No, dude, I'm telling you, this fucking city will implode.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. Do I want them to do that? No, but I think that's what's going to happen.
If they take Trey Lance at 6, look, I'm not saying that Trey Lance might not be a good quarterback in this league. But based on what you just had, North Dakota State, not a top tier school in the country, all this stuff, and now all of a sudden you're a quarterback factory that fucking goes to the same school over and over, the same USC guys, all that shit. Instead of going for the Alabama guys or the Clemson guys, we're gonna go for the lower tier because we're smarter and our scouting team is better than you.
Right. But I mean, the Eagles were linked to Tyrod Taylor and Jacoby Brissett as the backup. They went elsewhere.
Brissett signed with Buffalo.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll never start there.
So I mean, the Eagles right now, they have one quarterback.
Right. Yep.
I definitely think no matter what, they draft a quarterback.
And I think that's going to be at 6, bro.
I hope it's not at 6. I'm with Sean. If you're drafting a quarterback in the first round, move up and get Zach Wilson. I'm not saying I want them to do that. Like, that's not what my choice is. But if you are thinking about taking a quarterback at 6, go all in. Do what you got to do. Go, because you're not getting Trevor Lawrence. Go all in. Get the second best one in Zach Wilson.
Right.
Well, you know how 11 picks in this year's draft because of the Marquise Goodwin. So Marquise Goodwin, who was traded from the 49ers to the Eagles, was given back to the 49ers.
And then cut.
You got a 7th round pick back for compensation. Yeah, and then he was cut by the 49ers.
He's probably going to end up owning the Eagles.
Eagles did make a good signing today.
They did.
They signed Anthony Harris.
Safety.
The safety from Houston.
The Vikings.
The Vikings.
A 1-year deal, $5 million. He was apparently, according to this one list I was looking at, he was the second ranked top free agent still available. So
they went after Juju too.
Yeah, well, Ed Kratz is refuting that.
Oh, all right.
Kratz is saying, it wasn't Kratz, it was his someone else who writes for Sports Illustrated. He republished the story. John McMullen saying that's not true. they did not try to go after Juju. I don't know. It would make sense if they did, right?
I honestly, it would make sense if they're drafting a quarterback at 6 if they went after Juju.
That would absolutely make sense. Yeah.
I mean, my choice at 6 is Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase. And the fact that the Dolphins signed Will Fuller means they probably don't take a receiver. So,
right, that helps. Although they might want to pair him up. I was thinking about that later. They might want to pair him up with someone else. Jamar Chase and Will Fuller. That'd be a pretty freaking good combo for them. They still have DeVante Parker, though. I mean, they still have
or the tight end, Kyle Pitts.
They could do that.
Yeah,
they could do that. But who they have? Mike Gillespie or whatever his name is. Yeah. You pair him up with Kyle Pitts. I think you're looking at a pretty dangerous combo there. So, there was an article that I want to bring up real quick about free agent needs for the Eagles. I want to see what you guys thought, to see if you guys agree with this. So basically, it was a ranking of their off-season needs. And number one, what do you think their number one off-season need is according to? Let me see who wrote this. This
linebacker.
It's got to be
Dave Zangaro. Who is it?
Linebacker.
Receiver.
Well, yeah, all they got is Fulgham,
Rager, and Greg Ward.
Yeah.
You go out and you sign Rager, or you draft Rager early last year, and
my Rager,
and you're hoping he's something. I tell you what, you get, if you can get Devontae Smith and Rager together.
Yeah.
I mean,
how do you defend that?
I prefer Chase.
I hear you, but what if I'm just
what
saying
if he's taken? I'm not like, if Jamar Chase isn't there, I'm not, and Devontae Smith is. I'm taking him.
If you don't,
I can't argue that.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't take one of those three, whoever's the best available at 6, I don't know, man.
You guys are sorry. I just jumped in.
So we're talking. There was an article that came out. Dave Zangaro basically was ranking the top needs for the Eagles this offseason, and number one was receiver. Would you agree with that?
You guys are talking either Waddle, Chase, or Smith, and you guys are saying basically take one of the three. Oh, Pitts.
I'm not taking Jalen Waddle at 6.
No.
But reports are that the Eagles are, Ryan.
I mean, there's a shit ton of reports too. I mean, I'm not
right.
There wasn't a single report about. Well, maybe there was one single report about them taking Rager last year.
Like if they're say Chase and Smith are going, which I don't think they're both going at 6. I'm not. And you seriously want Waddle? You could trade back and get him at 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm sorry, if Smith and Chase are going at 6, Ryan, you take Pitts.
I just feel like Pitts is kind of a. I feel like Pitts is kind of a. He's a tight end, right? I mean, they're going to play him a tight end. It's like, so
he's a hybrid tight end.
I get that, but he's still.
People think he could play wide receiver in this league.
Yes,
he probably could. He's got the size and speed.
Man, I don't know, man.
I just don't know if I want 2 tight ends. I mean, there's. Everyone's, the Patriots did it once. There's only one team that's ever had a 2 tight end set that's actually worked.
There's the Patriots.
Right,
So,
the Patriots did it once.
Yeah, and think about teams in the league who survive without that top tier tight end, right? Like the teams that maintain success. Now, I say this, and I look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been in the last 2 years. With Kelsey, and the team they played 2 years ago was with Kittle, and this year was with Gronk and
the year the Eagles won it. The year the Eagles won it with Ertz.
Yeah, but I mean,
Kelsey
even was
Kittle, Ertz.
Was Gronk legit, like a legit superstar tight end
I'm not saying superstar tight end, but I'm saying a highly productive.
He was productive. He had a huge catch in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, he came on huge. He came on big time.
He had a big game in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I think they win another one.
Yeah, me too. But
it's between them and KC right now. But anyway, that's a different story. That's a different story for a different time.
So yeah, so that's receiver number 2 on this list, cornerback.
Right.
Yeah, you have Darius Slay, and then you have
nobody else.
That's it. Avonte Maddox is probably gone. Nickel Roby Coleman and Caron LeBlanc are both free agents.
Oof.
Yeah, maybe you can re-sign Maddox, put him in the slot or something. But
I'm done with Maddox.
Yeah. Number 3 was safety, and the Eagles have, like we said, they signed Anthony Harris today.
And they brought back McLeod.
McLeod. Well, they didn't bring back McLeod.
They restructured him.
All right.
Which is weird because McLeod was in his final year of his contract. So
Which means
he
probably
year, and you restructured.
Which means he probably won't be here the following year, and you're still paying him.
Right, exactly. That's what they're restructuring a bunch of these deals to make it so that the guys that are on their ending contracts are going to extend out further years instead of getting rid of McLeod and just getting rid of the contract and starting to try and start fresh. You're going to get him on a 1 more year contract for some reason because you think you're going to compete this year. Like, what is the point in bringing back somebody on this last year of a contract when this team's going to suck?
Mike, they're trying to stay relevant, Mike.
Well, the one thing though about the Anthony Harris, like I have nothing against signing Anthony Harris for the deal today.
No, 1 year.
The only thing is though, Kevon Wallace, you drafted him pretty high last year, and that tells me that they don't trust him.
Oh, imagine that because he got
Clemson safety. I don't know. We never got to see him last year. We didn't get to see anything from him.
He's the Dawkins protege, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, what's out there? What are we seeing that they're screaming that he's not ready? Is he? Maybe he's too raw. Maybe we're saying, hey, the talent's there. He just isn't getting the playbook. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously,
this is the year. You know what I mean? You got to see what your young guys got.
Number 4 is linebacker. Duke Riley signed with somebody just a little bit ago. I forget who. So he's gone. Nate Gary is gone. Thank God. So you basically have T.J. Edwards, Devion Taylor, and Sean Bradley, the non-paralyzed one. So that's your. I mean, linebackers. Go figure. Hold on a minute. Let me just go back. So safety. Okay, the Eagles have had moderate to pretty good safeties over the last 10 years, but let's go the top 4 again: linebacker, safety, cornerback, wide receiver. Do you notice a trend there?
Yeah, it's all defense.
It's a fucking need every year for this team.
Yeah.
Yep.
They need wide receiver, cornerback, and linebackers every single year
for the past 30 years.
Right.
Fuck.
Right.
Why do we fucking number 5 is quarterback, which I think is way too high.
You know what? No, you need a backup quarterback.
I don't hear anybody. Obviously, you have to fill up the roster, but number 5. So
what I'm saying is, if you're using a 4th round draft pick on a quarterback, I'm okay with that. As a backup quarterback,
I'd rather be building the offensive or defensive line before I'd take a back quarterback.
Number 6, Trey Lance.
Yeah, Gary's thinking they're taking Trey Lance.
Okay, so hold on. With number 6, they take Trey Lance with Justin Fields there. Not saying I want either one of them, but Justin Fields is definitely rated higher than Trey Lance, bro.
Yeah, but it's Ohio State, dude. Their quarterback
is okay. Trey Lance is North Dakota State. The only one that's been in the league from there is Carson Wentz.
Hey, I'm just making a point. I'm not arguing with you.
Wait, there wasn't there somebody else that was supposed to be drafted after Carson Wentz that went? I don't even know who it is because he didn't do anything. But there was a guy in between Carson Wentz and Trey Lance, wasn't there?
I don't fucking know. It's North Dakota State. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Let them get buried in the fucking snow.
It's the fucking Bison.
Man, I don't fucking want any fucking quarterback from North Dakota State again.
Yeah, that would be a really, really bad.
Could you imagine that though? If they traded Lance and he turns into a stud.
I don't know. My fucking head hurts thinking about this.
I know.
They traded who? They traded Lance, or they
Drafted
traded?
Lance.
No, they drafted him and he turned into a stud.
Yeah.
He turned into like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is what you're going to see in the draft. You're going to be like, what the fuck? What are they thinking?
I'm fucking nuts, dude. But like, when Pat Mahomes came out, no one fucking expected him to be what he is.
No.
So, I mean, I'm legitimately saying this. I'm saying this. Maybe I'm being extremely optimistic. It's part of my New Year's resolution. What if Jalen Hurts ends up becoming a fucking what if he ends up becoming a superstar? Dude, he's got the natural ability.
Well,
He's got a good arm. He's got a good arm. He's fucking super fast. He's got good size.
One thing I like about him is that he's already out doing his training camp with his wide
He's
receiver.
Smart. He seems like a really good kid.
He's a hard worker.
Yep. Who's to say that he doesn't come in this year and blow everyone's fucking minds? You go, oh shit. Everyone wrote off. I was one of them. I didn't think Josh Allen was going to be that fucking great this year, even though I drafted him in the one league. But I lucked out on that.
But there's a difference there, Sean. That team knows how to develop players. Our team does not.
Wants a new coaching staff now.
A very young coach. Staff.
And they know Jalen Hurts well.
Yes.
Some of them have worked with him since he was a kid. So
the quarterback's coach has.
No.
Don't get me started on this coach.
So real quick, to round up the top 10, defensive tackles number 6. Although they re-sign Ridgeway as a depth guy, so I don't know.
That's solid.
Like Cox and Hargrave are still here. I don't know if that's I don't know. Defensive end.
Barnett's money's now guaranteed,
so he's going to.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Brandon, $10 million. I agree. Brandon Graham's back. Josh Sweat.
There's no youth on that defensive line.
Well, Barnett's the youth.
I would put tight end ahead of those two positions. Tight end's 8. I think I don't know what you have in Dallas Goedert. I like him. He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Unless you're bringing up Rashard Rodgers, you're bringing him back. I think tight end's a huge need on this team. I don't know if they're going to. I don't know if they're bringing back Rashard Rodgers. He's probably going to win half decent money. I mean, he's near the end of his career, but
I mean, don't be surprised Zach Ertz don't play on the last year of his contract.
Nah, he's getting traded.
I'm just saying.
He's gone. And then offensive line, tackle, and interior line are the last two, just to round up the top 10.
Oh wait, no. We could still bring Peters back. We'll be all right.
Yeah, actually, you're right. We could do that.
So you're telling me that offensive line is like 9th or 10th on the list?
They have them 9th and 10th.
That should be number 1.
So out of the NFL moves, did any kind of like strike you guys like holy shit?
The Patriots.
Yeah, there was 2 things that surprised me. The Patriots going out and like
signing everybody,
spending money like like a kid in a candy store seemed not their style and took me back. Smith-Schuster going back to Pittsburgh was a shock. He said to everybody, goodbye. Like goodbye Pittsburgh. He said it for for weeks or months on end. He was like, this is it, this is the end. Like when he signed, and he only signed for $8 million.
Well, that's the thing though. That's why you're seeing all these 1-year contracts in the NFL, because next year or the following year, the cap's going to go up. They got this new TV deal with ESPN and ABC.
It's not going to be the COVID year. I mean, I get
right.
all of that.
That cap's going to go sky high. So these guys are all playing on 1-year prove it years so they can cash in.
But $8 million does not seem like a lot for.
He had more lucrative deals with Baltimore, and somebody else offered him a lot more money apparently. And Eagles.
Was it for more years or yeah?
I don't know how true the Eagles thing is. I don't know about the years either, but I just know it was more money.
They had a fractured relationship. I thought Pittsburgh and him had a fractured relationship the way that went.
If I'm Juju, how do you not go to Baltimore and play with Lamar Jackson
and stick to Pittsburgh?
Right.
Yeah.
He had what you would call a down year last year. Like, he still had 97 catches and 9 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Les Paul got all them fucking catches.
He had 97, Gar. And it's Claypool.
Claypool, whatever.
What did he call him?
Les Paul. Les Paul.
He called him Les Claypool.
Yeah.
We're with Greenbound Beaver. Yeah.
Who's our other guy?
Yeah,
who's our third guy?
Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith going to New England was a fucking shock to me.
Yeah.
Nelson
2 tight ends.
Aguilar.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did Aguilar go? The Jaguars.
No, he
signed Cam
Aguilar went to the Patriots.
Oh, he was the Patriots too?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
that fucking Green Goblin.
That's the thing that surprises me, though. They made all these moves because the last year they had a down year, and it was like, no, we're never doing that again. But they're sticking with Cam.
Right.
They're building around QB 27 in the league.
Yeah, Sean's post on Facebook was pretty funny. When they said, Cam Newton signed with New England, he said on purpose. Like they signed him on purpose.
Yeah, like I'm really surprised with that.
So what you say, Garrett? The Green Goblin?
Yeah.
The Green Goblin is now with New England too. So maybe he'll dye his hair blue. It'll be the fucking blue blow job.
He'll still be a chip bag. Fuck him.
Although
he was a solid corner, man. He was a solid corner.
Although I will say,
bag.
He was a solid corner in the red zone.
I'm not saying that I agree with the signing, but you looked at the quarterback market this year. There wasn't.
No.
Cam Newton was the best quarterback that they could have gotten this year, and it wasn't even close.
What about Jarrett Stidham that they were high on? They drafted him 3 years ago. I mean, I don't. Or that, like with all the money they spent, like they go all in, go get Deshaun Watson, go all in and get Russell Wilson.
Well, Deshaun Watson's probably not playing this year.
All right, go get Russell Wilson.
That's because Bob Kraft and him were in the same fucking parlor.
Yeah.
He's looking over at him going, you're going to get fucking caught. And I ain't going to be involved with you.
The Orchids of Asia.
Cam Newton was fucking sideways on the table banging. Pussies were sideways.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So one other thing we got to get in with the Eagles.
Fuck.
Right? We all seen the Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni press conference, right? Gary, your guy eyes open?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you single? Yeah.
You fat bitch!
It's my birthday, and you guys are picking on me tonight.
It's not your birthday till Sunday.
What the fuck?
Well, happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Mine's next
week. Look, he's making sure everybody remembers.
I didn't know.
Oh, good for you.
So I spill beer on my laptop. That's awesome.
So
I hope you run into another fucking curb, you cocksucker.
So did we all see the press conference with our GM and our coach?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
I
I read up a little bit about it.
I did. It's different if you read it and you actually seen it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm optimistic. Like I'm trying to be optimistic. Maybe this guy on game day can coach the shit out of people and motivate people.
But you're not impressed with him
No, I feel like this city's going to eat him up. I feel like he's going to get eaten up and get completely overwhelmed.
Like all timid and shit.
Yeah, like he's we got all this young talent on this team, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and then he's talking about like he was asked a question about how like because he's not experienced being a head coach, he brings up his brother coaching high school football and running the pro system, and he leans on that.
Yeah, leaning on high school does not sound like
what. Like I just think he's in completely over his head, and he's going to get eaten up.
Well, he won't be here in 3 years anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? It's weird. Like you would think.
What the fuck are we looking at, Mike? Oh, was like trying to see. What are you,
That's Studio, yo.
No, I spilled beer on my laptop. I'm trying
oh,
to see
okay.
if it's
I
on
was like,
fire.
why are you staring at your forehead? That's always the freaking forehead in the screen. Okay.
I'm multitasking. So, yeah, I know. I think that there's got to be some reason that there's got to be some reason that the Eagles liked them. Do you think that they would have?
Yes, man.
Because he says yes.
He
Yeah.
likes, he likes cannolis.
So you're telling me that they interviewed like for 14 hours a bunch of guys and said this is the guy.
No,
That's
I don't know. I mean, maybe, look here. Look,
Give a guy a chance, man.
I know, and
I'm
when
trying.
you hear
I
other
am.
players,
I'm trying.
you hear
Give a
other
guy a
players
chance.
that played under him, and they rave about him. They said
They
he's
love him.
a brilliant mind. They say he's a brilliant guy, and he's got so like Gary just said, give him a chance.
Right.
Let's give him a chance. Let's see what he does before we can completely cast judgment on him. But I didn't see the press conference, Ryan, but I heard about it. Like you said, it didn't sound to be.
All three sports radio stations were chewing him up.
We have 3.
Oh, yeah.
What's the 3?
Fucking YSP 97.5, and there was another one.
No,
The other one.
It's WIP and the Fanatic.
Yeah.
What's the third one, bro?
I don't remember.
Is he going to AM? Is he going to 610?
Which is WIP.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Holy fuck!
You guys picking on me tonight. I'm out.
Dude, I just call it like I see it, man. If you're saying 3, we've been
I'm
listening.
too, motherfucker.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry,
our
Mr.
fault.
I'm
it's
sorry.
our fault.
I misheard
We
the
didn't
3
know
for
that
it,
he
too.
meant 2 when he said 3.
Yeah,
three
I
and
just
two. They look the same.
Sorry, man. All right.
It sounds like whatever.
Do some popcorn.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah, you should,
We're
motherfucker.
only fucking 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, you fucking jet bag.
So, for those who don't know, we look at the last 50 years in movies. The top grossing movies. We're up to 1978. So 1978. So I all right. Before you do it, Rye,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say Halloween's in the top 10.
Yeah.
First Halloween movies in the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Can we do the same?
After that, and what I say, Jaws 2. Those are the only 2 I can guess. I don't know what else is fucking in
There
this
you
list.
go.
Actually, I made a mistake earlier. Jaws 2 is not in 78.
Ah.
No,
All right.
it's not. But good, you know.
Okay.
All right, number 10. We're all kung fu fans. The 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Fucking Wu-Tang, motherfucker.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Straight up, yo, fucking the Wu.
he couldn't cross them himself. He had to.
Yeah, I can't. Can you?
Dude, I can't keep him crossed when I.
Ask your girl. I did it inside her.
Number 9. That's a Martin Scorsese movie.
pussy.
That's Martin Scorsese movie. The Last Waltz.
Oh, horrible. I watched it. Horrible movie. Horrible.
Number 8. The original Superman.
Wow.
Guess what?
Speaking
He's
of
another
chairs,
guy that was like this.
it's a bird. It's a plane. I can't
It's a
see
wheelchair.
it. I can't see.
This one, never heard of it. It's a foreign film. Number 7. Autumn Sonata.
Okay, great.
Who cares?
Yeah. All right.
It sounds like Frank's daughter.
Number 6. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Wow. I didn't know that was that. I thought that was a lot older than 78.
That's a cool movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's a cool movie.
That's a horror, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Kind of like
sir.
a quasi horror. Kind of like
Alien,
a weird.
alien invasion film.
a
It's
bunch of
detailed.
cooter clampers.
Yeah.
Number 5. Sean Gad.
Honey fingers.
Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween number 5. One of the biggest profits made off of a a low budget movie ever. That and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Mhm.
I'll tell you, that movie
And
was
Blair Witch Project.
scary
Yeah.
as a motherfucker. That movie.
This is like the year of like the bond, like horror shit, though.
You know what? Before you go on though, Halloween's probably the most successful. Am I right? The most successful horror franchise. Because think about it.
Now it is.
Yeah, because Jason's done. Friday Nightmare on Elm Street's been done for 20 years. They haven't done anything. Even Jason, there hasn't been. They tried doing it.
They did a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street about
terrible.
Yeah, we remember.
It was terrible, but it was
Friday
like,
the 13th one wasn't that bad.
That Michael Myers man. as a
Oh
kid,
yeah,
that
they
motherfucker
made Jason
scared
smart,
me.
and he set up bear traps and shit. That was
and
pretty.
it showed how he got from like point A to point B so quick. He
That
had
was pretty
tunnels.
neat.
He had tunnels under the ground and shit.
Like I'm 6 years. I seen that movie when I was a kid, man. It scared the fuck out of me.
Hey Garrett, this one's for you. Open your eyes.
Nope.
So Gary, Brennan, Gary's completely smashed. It's his birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Number 4, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Wow. Yeah, what's the horror year?
George A. Romero.
Yeah. Wow. How about that? That's pretty cool.
Now
Again,
it's funny.
I thought that was older than 78 too.
Now it's funny. This is right. Now it's funny. This is at the top of the list. Animal House, number 3.
Wow, that's not number 1.
Nope.
Wow,
That's
how about that?
crazy.
Look, I'm a pimple.
Number 2, probably. This is one of the saddest movies ever made, man. The fucking Deer Hunter.
Meow.
Yeah,
Meow.
yeah. That's so fucking sad, dude.
Meow.
And number 1,
Meow.
it's a romance
Meow.
movie. Days of Heaven.
Meow. What movie?
Days of Heaven, number 1.
Days of Heaven.
Oh, no, that one.
Richard Gere's in it.
Figures. Fucking pretty boy.
I never even heard of that movie.
Nope. Few honorable mentions. Number 11, Midnight Express.
Okay. Nice.
I hate this movie, but I gotta mention it. Number 12 is Grease. Yeah.
You're the one that I want.
We all were like, ugh, at the same time.
Yeah.
John Travolta, this one's for you.
Fuck with my ass, man. Shit.
Hey, Tom, you gotta come out of the closet. You gotta come out of the closet, Tom. Come out of the
closet.
Please swallow my goo. Ooh, ooh.
I'm coming day and night.
Oh, here we go. Number 24, Up in Smoke.
That's awesome.
The Michoacan, man. The Michoacan.
Number 27, The Great Train Robbery.
His name is Ralph.
I don't know that one.
And then number 33, it was an animated movie, The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, actually, it was Lord of the Rings or not The Hobbit?
No, it's The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. Wow, because I remember the Hobbit cartoon being out.
Number 38, again, another like kind of horror. Well, no, it's more Piranha.
Oh yeah,
Really?
come on.
Wow.
Oh,
I thought that was. I thought that was later.
Cocksucking Piranha.
Another horror. 43, Damien, Omen 2.
Yeah.
Sean, I knew I seen it. Number 44, Jaws 2.
Oh, wow.
There it is. Wow, dude. I tell you what. That's
How the
pretty
mighty
big.
have fallen.
Yeah. And so wait a minute. Hold on. So Jaws 2 was 44th the year it came out of all the movies that came out. And yet they still said, let's make 2 more sequels. Let's make the next one with fucking Dennis Quaid in 3D. And then we'll make the other one, the shark will scream.
Fucking Luke Gossett.
Jaws 4 The Revenge.
Yeah.
Where it follows into the fucking no, it's Mario Van Peebles. Oh yeah, and you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Louis Gossett in it.
He's a part 3. Yeah, you're right.
But
Yeah,
Mario Van Peebles gets pissed. And at the end, it's like, how are you still alive? He didn't like dark meat.
Yeah, dude, and the thing with the
Yo, MVP, yo.
And the crazy thing about that is like there's 2 versions of that one. So there's one where it's like the shark explodes for something, and then there's another one where he gets impaled by the front of the ship. So that one's pretty cool because he bleeds. He's screaming like a fucking dinosaur, which is stupid. But in one of them, the one that he explodes in, Mario Van Peebles survives.
Yeah,
that's the one. And the other one, when he gets impaled, he's a goner. So
yeah, nice fucking haircut.
Fucking terrible. Fucking roaring like a fucking dinosaur. When it hit, what was that? That alarm? Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
He's coming out of water.
And it's a shame because the first 2 were good.
Yeah, the second one was pretty good. I'm surprised it was number 44 on that list. I'm a little disappointed.
That might have come out the year before too, though.
We didn't talk about it though. I had 76. I had fucking the Rocky year. That's right. Over under that Gary passes out in 15 minutes. What do you think, Gary?
You get lucky. I was going to give 5 minutes.
Another
surprises before.
Another horror movie, The Toolbox Murders, at number 80.
The Toolbox Murders.
Huh,
never heard of it. I wonder if that was like
interesting.
I wonder if that was a an inspiration for the Puppet Master.
Yeah, Bob the Builder's the murderer.
Fuck.
Speaking of Jaws, I finally ended up beating Jaws on Nintendo. Anybody beat that?
Did you really?
Yeah. Dude, I can never figure out when to fucking stab him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? Yes, he can.
Yeah, we already talked about that earlier.
Yeah, actually, Brandon said Donovan McNabb, best Eagles QB discuss. We actually already did. And
we agree.
We actually all agree with that. We were talking about Wentz and how he moved on.
Getting back to the Eagles, I can't believe they didn't resign like their best player. Like they let their punter walk.
Oh,
yeah, he went to where he go?
The Texans. The Texans,
Houston, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, you remember Sean? We seen him in fucking.
Oh, he's chasing the championship, huh?
I guess so. Well, he went from one shit. He went from one shit show to another.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought when you said that he said "fuck the birds," I wasn't sure if you meant like the Eagles.
I said Juju fuck the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause earlier he said "fuck the birds." I wasn't sure if you meant the Eagles or the Ravens.
Actually, that's a good point. So yeah, I don't know. Did the Eagles really make a deal or an offer? If they did, then I don't know. He said both. Both of them. He said.
Both.
That's cool though. That means they still have to take a receiver at number 6.
That's true. Yeah, if they would have if they would have signed,
They
Juju,
they want to take a receiver.
if they would have missed out on Jamar Chase because they had
Fire Howie. We can all agree with that.
Mm.
We can all agree with Fire Howie.
Yo, is it okay to get your COVID shot when you're hungover?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Wow.
I think.
Why is he taking a phone call on it? Like,
I'm not finishing up now.
All right, we will see. That's a first.
Yeah.
Jesus, you should just. All right.
The last time I seen a phone call that inopportune was when we were playing football and there was a safety that took a phone call.
Oh yeah. A play is literally happening, and he's like, "Hello," and I literally caught a ball and stared at him as he went by. He's like, "Yeah, I'm playing football." And oh man, guys, it was fun. It was good to be back and doing a show again. We took a week off. Yeah, brackets.
Yeah, Nova's in a tough one.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be.
Yeah, Gary, you better roll because she's seeing you live.
He muted his mic.
And he's muted. Oh, what an ass!
Did he really mute? Is he muted?
I guess he's muted. That's probably. There you go.
Usually there's a thing.
You all right, Gary?
I'm good.
All right. Sounds good.
You're gonna get it. We're gonna get a text from Gary tomorrow. What the fuck? Fucking craft beers.
Yeah.
Craft beers. I gotta drink them like fucking water.
I don't care. I liked it.
That's what she said.
Yeah. It was fun, guys. We will see you guys next week. And another week closer to the Philly season. Maybe we'll start previewing them a little closer.
Philly season.
Yeah.
Not Eagles.
No, not Eagles. Fuck that. Fuck the Eagles.
We got to do a draft show too. I mean, I know it's the end of April, but
yeah, we'll work it out. See you guys next week.
All right, penis out.